Alright. Welcome to another episode of Concerts the Consoles. This week has been interesting at the least. Let's go with that. It was supposed to be Life and Limb, Corey's other band. Due to obvious reasons, we have a different kind of cast right now. And I'm happy to have these people regardless because Brandon is one of the most positive people I know. And in these times, how could you not want him on your show right now?
You got all the ones that care about their health.
I have not touched his face. We're also, actually, on that, let's make that other joke. We're adhering to CDC guidelines. There's like 4 people in this room, so we're under 10.
Heck yeah.
So if anyone wants to give us shit, just be nice.
Very close to that. My knee is literally touching your thigh.
Oh, God.
Wish us good health.
My phone is there as a barrier.
We're like thigh to thigh here.
But also, yes, thank you to SDR Soundworks. I want to say at the top, if you guys can support them right now, like everyone's hurting right now, but they're cleaning, they're sanitizing, you need places to practice, maybe record that stuff you're writing now that you have way too much time, or live stream, they're even set up for that, so be sure to hit them up for that. What other stuff do I need to hit? I don't know what else to do. In my head I had stuff, and then of course, once you're live, you forget. I think I hit all the main notes. Of course, if you want to support me, even though you probably should support these guys and anyone else that needs the income right now.
We've got nothing going on. Support Joe. There's nothing
you can support by Patreon, patreon.com/everyshowjoe, or also, without any money needed, just follow on Twitch, subscribe on podcast services on YouTube. I get more features, and one day, maybe, ad revenue. I'm hoping to get into the
20s of dollars.
You can donate on Patreon. You can do, well, it is a donation. You can subscribe and you can,
Like, is that like a monthly thing?
or yeah, you can give money, but you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to even have access. So, because I kept going, if you have Amazon Prime, you already have a free credit you can give me, and then no, you can't unless I have a certain amount of subscribers. So that'll help.
Get into technical.
Subscribe, damn it!
Like, comment, subscribe.
But actually, the other thing I was going to hit on. I wanted to do Dreamcast, but I don't have 4 working controllers. I have 2, so if anyone wants to maybe donate, or if you need some money for, give me 2 more Dreamcast controllers, because I want to get the Dreamcast on that show. I love that console. But
dig into your
I need more controllers to make sure
that old Dreamcast controller.
Enough people to play.
You get sponsored by Zia Records, man.
True. Or Bookman's.
That's where I get all my stuff. And Zia Records is now doing that
pick up from the curb.
Pick up from the curb.
I don't even know is Bookman still open?
I don't know.
Has anyone checked on them? Or
Call in and tell us.
So, but yeah, if you can hear this amazing title music, I talked long enough to get to this. We were playing Cruis'n World. I figured we should get at least outdoors in a digital way, in one of my favorite racing games on the N64. Which we've been playing a lot. We played
over Mario Kart.
I have not played Mario Kart 64 in this show, so that is also.
That's surprising. I feel like that's a staple.
Well, we've done Mario Kart 8. We've done what other Mario Kart? We've done 2 Mario Karts.
Super Nintendo Mario Kart.
Yes, actually with Shane from here, we played the Super Nintendo Mario Kart. So we've had 2 on this show. Wait, do I have saved games? Let's see if my memory card works. Nope, there's nothing to load. Okay.
I want to know, is this your game?
This is my game?
Yeah, like this is actually your game, right? Because the number one spot...
Like he owns it?
Yeah, because the number 1 spot is Rob. Who the hell's Rob? Well, haven't you beat Rob yet? It's kind of embarrassing if this is
Rob is the robot from the Nintendo.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
Gyromite?
Yes. That's something else if someone wants to donate, but that I'm not asking
I've got
for.
Gyromite.
You do?
I don't have Rob, but I have Gyromite.
Yeah, I would love to have a Rob, but that goes for a little more. So we're gonna cruise the world though.
Yeah.
I'm going. I know it's probably easier to
How
do.
do I do? Oh, which one am I? There I am. Yeah.
So now we know what corner we're into. Oh, in our
Ooh.
we've got the ATV, we've got the Scarab, the Stallion, the Bonsai,
The hell am I?
the Zombie.
Maybe it's a gangster car.
I'll be the Zombie.
What does that even say?
The Sardine
Sir.
Extreme.
Does it? Oh.
Sardine Extreme, man.
And last episode 3, I think, or 2. Brandon was on on this
Was
show
it
already
really on
once.
that early?
Yes.
Episode 3 or 2? Jeez.
Yeah, we did Goldeneye
No wonder why
where
it was so
Heatley
rough
owned me
back
for
then.
half that
I'm
episode.
the sardine.
I felt kind of bad at that point because I keep getting you like before you can pick up a weapon, and I was in your house. So I'm like,
I found my comfort. I learned how to play again. The other half of the episode is more competitive, but the conversation's good for the entire time.
So the first time you drove a car, did you double tap the gas? That relation says that says if you grew up on this game or not.
Oh my god, this control is actually really nice and relaxed on this.
You haven't grounded all
Wait,
the dust.
where are we? Did we? I didn't. Even
I chose Cruis'n World. I don't know what is this. Is this Brazil? Is this?
I love on if you play Cruis'n USA, Arizona actually has Mount Rushmore, which is a little bit confusing.
It's like when you play Outrun and you just like seem to travel places you didn't even know.
Oh shit.
Though I am noticing, so we did Diddy Kong
Three
Racing
Wheels of Fury.
like 2 episodes ago, and there was no music in this split screen multiplayer.
Yeah.
And look, the music's gone. So apparently
You got the beat, you got the cruising.
we'll just have
You
the.
got the foul.
You guys are just sing the music for it.
Yeah.
Just making up.
You're gonna miss out on some. Oh, I'm underwater.
Hey,
Oh wait, there's no laps in this game, is there? It's just one.
it's just one
point.
giant.
Just keeps
It
going.
has been a little bit since I played Cruis'n World.
Where's all the shells?
But yeah, so normally I ask. Well, I can still ask this, but normally I ask when the band started. But if Brandon actually answered that.
Corey would be more entertaining. this time. There's a horn.
Yeah,
How
there's
did you find the horn?
Z.
Oh,
Z, I'm
listen.
honking at you. Oh!
Get out
suck
of my
it, Joe.
way! Oh god.
So when did Life and Limb start?
Oh god. Shit, hell if
whoop.
I know.
Actually, so wait, were you in American Standards from the beginning?
No, not really.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have double
I
tapped.
think I was in it
That's what she said. Oh, wait.
after a month and a half of them being around.
Oh, I finished.
Oh man, I could have. Damn it! If
I
would've
didn't
double
even
tapped-
finish.
Yeah.
But you were near the beginning of the band then.
I mean, the funny thing is, every time we talk about that, I feel like you were from the beginning. Like,
I don't
was
know.
I from the beginning then?
Well, I was under the assumption. Well, you guys played a show without me
I don't remember this show. Is
because I
that-
went to that show.
Yeah, it's so
And
weird.
it was to meet Cody and stuff.
Yeah.
And you. So I take it as then
Oh, me.
you guys were an established band before I was in it.
But it was only a month in. A month and a half.
Oh, maybe I don't even know.
Wait, how
do I
old-
do this?
Let's reprise the questions. How old is American Standards now?
Just about 10 years. A little under
Oh, I
10.
gotta use this one now. Okay.
So we,
What should I be?
I think it was January of 2011 actually, was officially when we started writing
Oh, that's
music.
right.
I'd been talking to Cody for quite a while before that, but
What
we
happened
actually
on my
didn't start writing
phone?
our own stuff until
I'll
then.
just be
I'm
tripping
gonna say, watching him in another band, you guys have a very, very similar performance style when you are lead on the vocals.
Just gotta jump around and stuff.
The funny thing is,
How are we
like,
on
you're not the
Japan?
first person that said that. Like, I remember, actually, when we were at Steve's thing at Rebel Lounge, a couple people had mentioned they saw, they didn't, I think the dudes from Trouble Minds were there, and they had mentioned they had saw Corey in his other band. They didn't know he was in another band, and they said the same thing.
Like, he likes to get off the stage and move and sing, and it made for. I think I actually
You're
did
not
post
gonna
those.
catch me doing any knee slides though. So.
I think I did take pictures that night, right? I forgot who that.
Which show was that?
Oh God, what show was that? Because you're also in a band with a friend from a band once called Black Thoughts.
Oh yeah,
Mitch.
Tyler.
And oh man, what were they called? Knucklebuster.
Yeah.
Because-
That's where we stole Mitch from.
Heck yeah.
yes. Apparently, you guys have all the ties to that band.
Yeah,
Like-
Tyler was pretty mad that we stole Mitch, and then Mitch left us for another band. We should have known that if he cheated on Tyler, he would have cheated on us.
But
Mitch joined a Mortal Kombat cover band.
Got
he's
him.
the only one that's wearing the mask. So.
They're all of the leak.
Sub-Zero.
That was a leak. Quang? Leak. Oh fuck! What is the more this?
Producer, you need to edit this so this joke works. Wait, it's live.
Am I
Yes.
Oh, you do it too.
It can be edited on YouTube and podcast services.
Yeah. You'll make it sound like you
So
said
don't
it
announce any
exactly.
show that got canceled that hasn't been announced yet.
Well, I did. I did.
Oh
wanna
shit! I
do
did a
that,
trick. Whoop whoop.
that gnarly While She Sleeps show. That one.
Oh, was that a Rebel Lounge show?
That Rebel Lounge show.
Damn it.
Man, I got last that time. The sardine machine there.
You were last time.
Coming in hot. I'm salty.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We took this break from playing. Well, no, I guess we played a show in January, but it's been a bit.
Are your initials really black?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good eye.
Good day, mate. So we played a show in January. We took a while before we booked anything else, and then we booked a few shows and all
Yeah,
this
we got a
happened.
little. We were like Fred Flintstone. We got moving, and then.
Bam.
all this
I was
hit
stoked
us.
about that Greyhaven show, too.
Oh no.
Ooh, checkpoint. Greyhaven.
Yeah, there's Greyhaven and was it an anime or something? Anime? Oh, flipping around.
Man, 10 years ago, that's gotta be us. Oh, I just found a shortcut and then didn't take it. Yay.
Oh, I saw it.
And I just spun
Oh
out.
no. And it's my
You
car.
just spun out too. And then from there, it's history.
Everybody's got to take first once. This is my turn, guys.
Today's.
Because clearly that wasn't my turn. I just
Not
spun out.
today's Stiller.
It's still a checkpoint.
I stopped pressing go!
Sardine machine.
This is horrible. Down glass, come on!
And you guys have gone on the road. You've traveled a
We've
little
done
bit.
some shows, yeah.
We've got some shows under
It's
our belt.
slowed down a little
You-
bit, but yeah, we've done some shows. Ah, man!
No, it was the
don't
Mitch
check
that I
my- oh,
found
no.
American Standards.
Oh, dang.
Last year was actually probably first again. Last year we probably played the least amount of
Yeah, it was real
shows
slow.
out of the last 10 years. So like,
Really?
Yeah.
This year's saying hello.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, come on.
We're just.
Ooh, I just went through a sign. Oh, I guess that works.
All right. I guess we're not taking turns here.
Okay.
This is not a GoldenEye situation. I'm
Yeah.
actually doing okay.
I'm trying to make you feel
Well,
good.
my hands used to sweat when I played GoldenEye.
And then,
Why is that?
I don't know. It was just like I can die in this game, so my hands would sweat.
I got. Man.
Mr.
Oh, you gotta put your initials
Oh,
in.
no.
Apparently,
Oh.
we're all so good at this.
Why
We're
do we
better
have to put our
than
names on each time?
because it's an
Why are you
arcade
wearing your own
game.
face?
Cause you gotta rep your merch that I'm not
They
making
don't
money
keep
for
that.
Dipper. I'm looking at you.
Like directly.
If that is your real name.
It's not.
I know. That's such a disappointment.
But yeah, so then we did delve into this a little bit. But Corey, was this your first band then? Was American Standards?
Yeah,
It was.
first band.
You
Yeah.
lied to us about playing bass. You didn't even have bass gear.
Wait.
The day of my, I guess you would say, tryout for the band, I had to run to Sam Ash and
Oh my God.
buy
I
a
just
bass
found
and
something.
a bass amp.
And did not.
And I wasn't sure if I was going to be, I don't know.
I would have sucked if that didn't work
If
out.
you guys were just like,
Kept the
yeah.
receipt.
And they're like,
Did you
"Aw."
keep the receipt?
No, well, of course not.
All or no.
I was just
So you
that-
ran out and bought a bass just for the tryout?
Yeah, because I didn't. I at that point in time, I was never really playing bass or anything like that.
It wasn't
I played guitar at home and stuff, but
Every
at
bassist
that
should
point in
play
time,
guitar.
I'm like, shit. There's so many guitarists out here, like playing and like. trying
Okay,
to
what's
get
going on here?
bands
My screen's glitching.
That,
You
no,
go
it's like
off
if you
the wall.
if you get too close to the side of these walls, they suck you in.
I found a shortcut and then ended up back on the wall.
But yeah, it was just like, there's too many guitarists. It just felt too popular. So I'm like, I'll go to bass because I keep seeing people needing bassists. And then
Let me tell you about drummers.
hey, you don't need to. You don't need to tell me.
You know the story. I don't think there's a drummer. Get out of my way, jackass. I don't think there's a drummer in Arizona
no.
we haven't had. Oh, come
Really?
on.
The
Really?
sardine machine.
Man, right at the end you both passed me.
Oh man. Yeah, it was cool. So got to play bass.
Make-
But it was funny. Wait.
What's funny is this is gonna be like an ever-evolving thing now. We'll just like gradually have more members, one more member of American Standards on throughout the
Yeah,
year.
Maybe we'll get
And
Steve
eventually
sometime.
we'll complete
Get
the
Steve
collection.
in here someday.
Does Steve play video games?
I've seen him hold a controller. No, I'm just
sitting on the couch holding the controller. It's not even plugged into anything.
That's funny.
That's like the brother
we
that's
did-
like, you're playing.
No, that's a deep cut. You remember when we did
Oh my
that
gosh.
Q&A, Brandon, and we filmed it?
Oh yeah.
And Steve, was it? No, was it? It was either Steve was playing a video game or he was ironing a shirt,
He was
but it
ironing a
wasn't
shirt.
plugged in.
Yeah, I forget what website that was
I
for.
don't remember that was for.
I feel like I do decent at the beginning. I think this is a
Oh.
color thing because like everything looks the same on
yeah.
the screen.
Oh, I took the.
Oh my gosh.
the
Son of a
the
bitch.
trek
There's
less
so many
traveled.
hills.
The trek less trekked.
And if you double tap going off
Oh no, oh god, I
Those
called the giraffe a
giraffes.
zebra. Jesus. Somebody didn't read two books.
Someone didn't watch Tiger King.
those scholarship book festivals really didn't pay off for you.
No.
I got only Mr. Men and
Yeah,
books.
Brandon's minivan.
No, I spent all my money on Captain Underpants. I don't know what these do. Oh, hit a
Are
tree.
Mr. Men books still a thing?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Underpants?
No, Mr.
Captain
Men.
Underpants?
Oh, that's Mr. Underpants to you, sir.
Mr.
I
Men
don't
books.
trust
It was
this
like
guy's
Mr. and
captain.
Mrs. stuff, and they were all like weird. Like,
He doesn't seem like he's an ordained captain.
am I there? I'm there.
Aw, really? I blamed it.
Yeah, they're like, what are they? All named after like emotions and stuff, but they're like in shapes.
Guys, my zipper's down. You didn't say anything.
That's a dipper.
Oh man, you can edit that out. Look like a fool in front of the whole World Wide Web. Hopefully that didn't pan down enough.
We can adjust it.
It's just been coming down and zooming in. Slowly this whole stream. It's not even on us.
He technically
anymore.
could zoom in on the video right now.
He's like, nah, I'm
Just
not-
expand the window.
It's all good now. We're all covered. And try to keep a PG rating.
That's good because we're going to Egypt now.
Ah.
And
I'll try to take a
Don't
first.
need,
We'll see.
I don't need no sand in my pants. Oh, how'd you do that with the? Oh,
ooh, if you
oh,
double
I can
tap.
do it.
You're just learning the double tap?
Yes.
Really?
Good. It's gonna go against you
Which-
because you're gonna just use it randomly and then
And
it's gonna go
be
off
the
control.
wrong time.
But you can
Yeah.
do really cool tricks off of hills and ramps if you double tap.
So back to the first thing I said. Corey's gonna drive home in his Jeep and start double tapping. the
Tap tap.
Oh, I hit
what?
a tree.
This was to double inject
I'm
fuel
in
into
the
my
goddamn
line.
Sahara,
I
and I
always-
hit a tree. How is this possible? Oh god.
Did you double tap? I told you.
No, I didn't double tap.
There's only one way you can get out of a double tap, and that's double tap again.
Man, I know there's double meanings there, and I just don't remember what they are anymore.
I didn't care for Zombieland.
So wait, so then you were already playing guitar though. So what got you into playing, and was
I don't even know, dude. I
just
think it was
picked it
just,
up,
it
you're
was
like,
just
"This
one of-
sounds
I think
cool."
it was just one of those stories where it's like, damn, it's summer and I have nothing to do, so I'm gonna learn.
so we're gonna have a lot of aspiring guitarists and no bassists after this
I think so.
virus stuff.
Because I can't remember I can't remember the band that I was reading about some band in one of the like this was years ago.
Trapped.
In Guitar World in Guitar World magazine, and they're from like Minnesota, and they're like, all we did during like the 3 months of winter is just write. Like you can't do anything but write.
See, that's my joke. Well, maybe not joke.
Shit.
Maybe it's truth about how I got into video games. Is that during the summer in Phoenix, you're like, well, fuck, I'm not going out. I can play video games inside air conditioning. Let's do it.
Hey, you guys should keep having this conversation so I can get first place finally.
Damn it.
Focus on that, not the
I
game.
blame the only trees in the Sahara that decide to hit me.
So actually, even in the summer months growing up here, at least until like junior high, then you get super self-aware and worried about how you look and stuff.
Yeah.
But we go out and do like super soakers and ride bikes and shit.
So
And never could get any parent to let us put out the slip and slide. They're like, it wastes water. We're not
Flex
wasting
on your
water.
slip and slide. We just throw a bunch of hefty grip bags on the ground.
Man, I never. Does that work? Do you have to
No,
tape
it
them
doesn't
together?
work. It's horrible.
Come on.
If you tape them
I'm
together,
taking this one, boys.
But,
I
like-
mean, we can try after this. Can we bring that camera outside?
Just on the hot.
we can just
ass one.
record with our phone.
We can
Someone
make a
take their
hefty
phone
slip
and
and slide.
digitally edit it into the end.
I feel like that would go pretty well on YouTube.
Yeah, hefty slip and slide.
But we'd have to like duct tape it, right? Is duct tape waterproof?
Hey, YouTube. What's up, YouTube?
What's going on?
We're gonna make a hefty slip and slide too. Bored in quarantine.
That doesn't.
See, like I shouldn't have pressed it right there, but I had to. I had to!
I did.
You can do these turns like, ow.
Oh,
Ooh.
hey, get it.
Ask him another question, Joe. I'm trying to win here.
Oh, your boy's in first.
Oh my
Suck
gosh.
it with
Those
the double
sardines
tap.
are
I
so-
keep double tapping. Do you run out of it? I don't
I
see
don't
a
think
gauge.
so.
No, you
but
don't. It's just
It's just okay. It's
Oh.
God's gift to
You can even.
cruising.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh shit! What's all this nonsense?
I can't see anything.
Where am I?
I just spun out.
I'm on some cobble road.
I don't even know if I'm going the right direction anymore. I'm
I
still
see.
second though.
I just ramped
you
off
just
you.
jumped
I'm
me.
still in first.
I just literally
Somehow
jumped you.
I'm
Yes,
still-
yes. Oh, crap.
Ask him a question.
Wait,
Joe.
so does that mean Life and Limb is your second band?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Fun little thing.
wait, how many bands have you been in, Brandon?
I don't know. Probably serious bands, like 4 or 5.
What are not serious? Is that like Weird Al cover bands?
Well, like, bands where like you start
Play a
jamming
few
together, you write some songs, you get super stoked on it, it just goes nowhere.
And then never perform live or
Yeah.
whatever?
Fall off the face of the earth, you don't answer text anymore.
Or those. Aw.
Billy.
Man, someone's been called out.
Oh, Oh,
Do you ever reuse those
I just
songs that you
took
wrote for
down-
that? Oh crap.
Oh.
I just followed you guys. Fuck, I just pushed Brandon out of us.
Yeah, suck it, guys.
This is the time to double
Uh-huh.
tap, baby.
I am trying
I don't
to
know
figure
where
out
I'm going.
Neither
These
do
colors are
I.
really messing with my brain,
this
man.
is who thought of this?
Oh my gosh. Where?
Yeah!
got
It's like the Boise State football field.
I know.
Oh. No, I don't think I've ever. I mean, hostage situation was basically that. Like, I was writing some songs on my own, and then some guys came up and wanted to play similar music, and we turned a couple of the songs into songs. But no, for the most part, yeah.
Have they always been the same like genre style of music?
You
ever join a reggae band?
Well, when I first started, when I was in sophomore, my first band was definitely like a nu metal band. It was a straight like Deftone style, and that was probably the most different thing I ever did.
But not a perfect circle.
No, that is more
Ooh, buddy.
definitely
Oh my
listen to
gosh, Trey.
Deftones. and
How did you
System
go
of a
through
Down.
that? I fucking crashed. What the hell?
Pixels, man.
But everything else outside of that, like once I found out about like
Oh shit.
post-hardcore and hardcore and all that stuff, that's kind of what I've been doing since.
Which has been the more popular one, at least in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I noticed it's folk punk, it's that, and
DJ music.
DJ music.
Okay.
I don't listen to that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is someone like me just pressing Spotify.
I mean, you
I've
have
put my
hosted
own-
emo nights, I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, no, not emo nights.
New metal.
I
Nu
do.
metal nights?
I do everything but the emo nights. I do the new metal night. I do
You did the Tony Hawk
Tony
night,
Hawk
too.
night. Yeah.
Wait, was that exclusive to? They had to be on a Tony Hawk soundtrack, or
And
was
there
that-
are a lot of options. There's like 150 songs or more.
There's
Yeah.
Oh, that would
shit ton
cover
of
a
Tony
night,
Hawk
actually.
games.
My favorite soundtrack is still Underground 2, but
Yeah.
it had no effects. 30 was on it.
I mean, I just played what's it called? Goldfinger like 12 times in a row and then called it a night. So
Apparently,
here I am.
that is how so many people I know found Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Was through that game.
Well,
Think
that
about
was isn't that the that was like the trailer song, wasn't it? For that show? I remember the first one when you started up.
Was it?
Maybe I'm
Now we have to go look it up on
Dang.
the 480p resolution.
Drop the real answer in the comments below. Does
Son of
Twitch
a-
have comments? Yeah, 3 in a row.
Twitch does have comments. They can even tell us live.
Don't tell people live how many people are watching right now. We don't want to be embarrassed.
You've got.
You've got negative 4.
So how's the game?
How is that possible? There's only 3 of us. All right, to Italy. We're gonna find the Leaning Tower.
This is good. This episode will be the real archived banger one. This one's gonna get all
Woohoo!
Yeah. You can be so rich off this episode.
One day we will have revenue, and people will be like, "I'm gonna go listen to all the old episodes, except episode 4, where Gears of War kind of overlapped most of the conversation."
Speaking of Gears of War, if you go to squarespace.com/everyshowjoe,
I don't have. Wait, Squarespace.
I don't know. That's what sponsors stuff, right?
Patreon. Patreon.com.
GeoCity.
GeoCity.
Just trying to.
That was where I built my first ever website in high school.
I built one, and all I put on it was these pixelated GIFs of Dragon Ball Z characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine was more annoying.
Did you have a guest book?
And, no, it was just like you was just scroll, and it was just like Piccolo, Goku,
He at least had a counter at the bottom.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
You had the counter that told people how many visitors were there.
The under construction thing.
And then I had the banner and it had the sweet flames, like the
Hell yeah.
animated flames on it. It was sick.
It's just boost.
Oh!
Yay!
Oh!
We're just gonna ramp off each other.
The sardine machine.
Yes! I
Oh
got
my
too
God.
stingy. Now this tree's killing me. I
Oh
hope
my
you guys
gosh.
die.
I just crashed in an aqueduct.
Yeah.
This
Fuck.
is where the sardine machine shines on these skinny little roads.
I'm just gonna crash into things apparently. This is supposed to be an easy course, isn't it? Son of a bitch.
See how I'm only good at the easy courses?
You should start double tapping a lot right now. Definitely take advantage of your lead.
No. Oh gosh. And
Does it
there
really
it
boost
goes.
you though, or is it just a temporary?
I don't know, it just looks cool.
It's a placebo.
It's to annoy every audio listener right now.
It's just we should see how long.
Oh
we can do
fuck!
it in a
Not
race.
again.
Yeah!
Did you really? Dang. What card did
I
you
am
do?
totally not winning this one.
I don't know, whatever the king's card was.
I got close to a checkpoint. Or is it the final?
Start from the bottom, now I'm here, guys. 4 in a row.
4 in a row,
Thank God it doesn't keep track of this.
No, I'm keeping track.
We'll have to go look at where our initials rank at the end. Harajaka.
How many levels are on this?
I assume 10? I
How
don't
many
remember.
How many cards?
France.
Is there a VW Beetle in here?
There was a beetle. That was one of the options.
Oh, I just noticed that we have where we are in the middle. There are little car avatars showing us where we are.
Oh, cool. I didn't even notice
None of us
I don't
have
need
noticed
anything else to
that.
distract me.
that.
Keep my eyes on the road.
I'm just gonna keep crashing into things, apparently.
Like Joe was looking too much at the guns.
Why isn't there a map in the lower right? The scenic areas, the vineyards of France. You might be able to run over Napoleon. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh,
Man.
taking the lead once again.
This is, I'm not doing well.
Only 2, sadly.
For being
losing
Those are
someone that,
sunflowers.
has a game show, well, not a game show, gaming. For someone that has a gaming show, you're sure doing
Come on
better.
down. How much do you think this washer is without going over?
Always $1. Always $1 more than the person before you.
Right? Oh my gosh, we made it. Man, I was doing better early on. Now I'm like hitting every small.
Did you
thing.
practice at home?
Oh, big
No,
boys
I didn't.
behind me. Hey,
Mhm.
okay.
I should have practiced at home. There's even a practice mode in this game.
Who's like,
Oh.
who decides to use a practice mode as opposed to just playing the game like for a level or 2, you know? Who's like, I don't know, I really don't want to be out there with other CPUs.
Maybe,
Oh, God.
maybe,
Oh, God.
maybe they get super frustrated when they lose, and they're just like, all right, this way I can't lose. Well, fuck.
Because I'm assuming the practice mode's just no CPUs, right?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I'd assume so, especially in this era.
Oh, got lucky.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I gave you a little
lucky.
boost there.
I got
Little
lucky.
boosty. Ah, right at the end, too. You're welcome.
And, oh, I just hit a tree.
What can I say? You're welcome.
Man, I hit a tree. I'm hitting a lot of trees.
Sounds like a lot of excuses coming over there, Joe.
If the trees would just get out of the way.
Damn it.
You should put in the cheat code. Oops, no trees.
So how have you guys been coping with the self-quarantine?
I've been lucky. I don't know if I would say lucky. I've been working a shit ton. I work for a telecommunications company, so freaking everybody in America is calling us for internet service, man.
Because they're all bored.
Yeah, well, no, because they're all working from home.
Shit.
And these people, they're just, they don't have, I've never had internet service and I don't need it.
Damn.
I've never had cable and I don't need it. Except now. It comes with a free year of HBO. I can totally binge Westworld now. Season 2. I've already watched 1. Actually, what? Silicon Valley's one I need to get.
The new season
watched
of
still.
Curb is pretty good.
I haven't seen it.
It's so good.
Didn't you know that? You see- Wait, how new were we talking?
Like this last year. Oh my gosh, there's something behind me. The sardine machine.
Oh, God.
I hope you guys crash into each other. That way I can just take the lead.
Ugh.
Oh,
Destroy
okay.
each other.
Oh, I saw that. Okay, bud.
Back in the day.
Okay.
Double
I'll
tap
just-
whoever's in first. Double tap. Don't be a wuss.
Do it, damn it.
Double tap.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, then I
Aw.
got you back, brother.
So then it's been mostly just working?
Yeah, for me it's just working, but just kind of
Oh my gosh.
homework and then work, home and then work. And
Sit on my patio like 90% of the day, and that's work and just chill.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's been beautiful out.
I spent 2 days not going anywhere. And then last night I went out.
Yeah, if anything, this is different for you because you're normally out every single night.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I have been playing Animal Crossing like everyone apparently.
Dang,
Damn
you
it.
just get 2 in a row.
I'm
The
heating
king
up.
is dead.
I'm heating up. He's on fire. Put another sardine.
Well, and I was always working from home already, so it was
Yeah.
kind
Oh, cool.
You stopped working at the game place, right? At GameStop?
that was 2011, 20 or no.
2011.
Jeez.
I haven't worked at GameStop.
Weren't you
since-
working at a game place like last time I was on the show?
No, no.
Oh. In 2011?
I was like, I stepped down from being a manager at GameStop in 2011.
They got in a lot of trouble, right, for trying to stay open during all this?
They're an essential business. I don't know what you're talking about.
Guitar Center's still open, so.
Wait, are they really?
Guitar Center and Michael's. Sometimes you gotta,
Michaels.
sometimes you gotta craft, man.
Hey, man.
Glitter.
If there's ever time to craft.
Just pour glitter on your downstairs.
I know that
neighbor's
because I was
porch.
trying to craft. I had to Google if it was still open. And that's how I found out that those 2 stores were
I
open.
called when this all first started happening, I called a bar.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, are you guys open?" And like they got like you could tell they were upset with my question. They're like, "Are we open?" Yeah, you idiot. It just felt like I was like such a. They're like, God.
And now
this guy."
Upwork is closed, man.
I feel like I've also been
Jokes
watching
on them.
more of my friends drink more since being home.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just went through a rock
You can
and another rock.
you can now get beer and drinks from bars delivered to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my
So
gosh.
I immediately Googled to see if Applebee's, had a dollar
Hundred
special.
dollars.
Whatever their dollar special is, send me the max.
I
Yeah.
will have a Home Depot bucket full of margarita, please.
I went and bought a couple craft beers before this all got worse, but I've noticed I've drank less since all this quarantine. Oh my gosh, fire.
You can order from Yuck Tap Brews. Though.
Yep, I have been getting, I at least got 2 lunches from there. Holy fuck, how did I just do that? And
Oh, no.
I
horribly
forget what
wrecked.
bar is doing it here, but there's a bar here that's when you order drinks or food for them, they also send you a roll of toilet paper.
Oh, that was Thunderbird Lounge. That's,
Yeah, Thunderbird
cool.
Lounge, exactly, yeah.
That's Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
So
He used to be in a pop punk
The
band.
Wolfram?
he used to have a Vespa. When I met him, he had a
He's
Vespa.
Or actually, no, I'm thinking of Jacob. My bad, Jacob Weedman. He used to,
I'm
he's
not
there
doing
too.
too hot on this
He used to be in a
one,
band
guys.
called Sunrise Elementary.
This one's got me.
Oh my gosh. You can go through the rocks, by the way. I found that out.
Just try it.
Yeah, stride and roll it.
Ah.
I see someone, but it's at the end.
Oh, boys,
Finally, I'm not last
I
again.
am.
Yeah, and what? Crescent, you can still get takeout, right? You can get those burritos, the carne asada burrito, my
Yeah.
personal favorite.
There's something about their bean and cheese burrito that's just.
That's their
I mean,
most popular,
It's a
isn't
bean
it?
and cheese burrito, but why is it so damn good? It is. I
It's
just
because
couldn't-
I was gonna say it's because you don't make it, but
Because you don't make
food always tastes better when you don't make
when it's not. It's because that red or green
I think
sauce,
people
right?
normally say the opposite, actually. Tastes
Really?
because you made it.
it. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Which is it? So which one do you like, the red or the green sauce of Crescent?
I'll go green.
Yeah, I think green. Or why not both? Christmas.
I've
man.
tried both.
All the Christmas sauce.
Man, now I want to go to Crescent and get a burrito.
We're really giving some free promotion here. You gotta stop that. No free plugs.
Fine.
Well, I guess it depends on how many people there want.
Quick Trips are still open.
Stop knocking me in the side!
That was me.
Joe's vicious.
No,
Get out this car!
No, I was stuck on the
Get out of my
wall.
way.
You were stuck on me, that's what.
I have no reply anymore to that. That sounds like a song lyric, Stuck on You.
Sure, that's got.
Isn't that a
Actually,
movie?
that is. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Matt Damon.
The Matt Damon. The Scotty Doesn't Know lead vocalist.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
Oh my god.
Got me through some of the hardest time in my high school career.
Is this continuing, or did we play New York already?
Is this New York?
Yeah, supposedly.
I like how
Ow.
they threw some graffiti on the wall.
What?
Oh.
You're telling me?
Oh no, we're doing that thing again.
You mother.
I mean, I thought Michael Bloomberg's cleaned up the streets of
Oh, I thought that was a finish.
Oh, I'm on his tail. Oh god, see that was what was happening when you hit me the last time. I got somehow off ramp. Ooh.
Oh.
That did not do anything, but we just gave this to Brandon.
Thanks, guys. I was feeling really shitty there at the beginning of this show, but kind of building my confidence up a little.
Oh gosh.
I wonder if the joystick...
I think I'll double tap.
The double tap.
What if you just lost? Oh god.
How much more suffering is there?
Oh god.
Statue of Liberty. Wait. Damn it. Wait, who's still... Were you just waiting?
I guess I made it through. It's just like, you're done. You're done, kid.
Where you're like, I'm gonna make him feel like he's closer. Then I'm gonna accelerate past the line.
Just
Just inch. There we go. Okay, so I think we just finally went through. Oh no, we're in Florida now. We're still cruising around the world.
Cruising.
Yeah. Oh, whatever she says.
Whatever.
I've got the power. Power of the world.
Sunny Florida. I thought the beaches don't look as packed as we've been told.
Just the whole time, just.
That harmony. That horn harmony, man.
Yeah, we should all do it.
Oh, harmony.
And this is where everyone stopped listening to the podcast version.
So, Corey, tell us more about what was the big, so... I mean, there's been multiple times in American standards where you like broke your shit, especially when you're playing bass.
Yeah.
And then you just
That's
do
the fun
vocals. So it's not your first time just solely doing vocals, but how did it feel getting up there for a whole set of just vocals for the first time?
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, does it? Dude, I love moving because I originally played guitar, so moving to not having to worry about if the cable's gonna work or the pedals are gonna.
I will say
mess
that's
up.
nice. Yeah, there's definitely pros to it. Like, yeah, you help the guys bring shit in and like set up. and
Wait,
stuff.
what?
But
What'd you say? Help people bring stuff in? What are you talking about?
Everyone says that's not what a lead singer does.
It's a foreign concept. in this
That's the fun part. I will say though that sometimes I hate talking to people. So
Like,
at the end of the
at the
set,
shows or
I hate
between?
it.
Oh, okay, afterwards, yeah.
So now everyone knows.
You kind of feel obligated.
Do you find it more in Life on Limb after shows people come talk to you as opposed to like American Standard shows? Or?
No, but I guess it's just kind of, I don't know if it's just me. Like, it's like, oh, you know, you do the vocals, so you got to kind of chill by the
Yeah.
merch and do the face. Yeah,
But usually it's like the friend or the girlfriend. What are you talking about?
it's not my cup of tea.
Is that not the normal merch go-to?
How do you feel about talking between songs? I've seen you guys
I think
twice.
it's honestly,
Wait, we're going to space.
Oh shit. The sardine machine. Where am I going, guys?
Where are you first place?
Yeah. What is he doing to me?
419.
Just random ass numbers. 12, 13, 8.
Wait, do you only have 2 wheels?
No, I got 3, man.
Oh.
Dude, I'm a trike.
Actually, there's a moon course, isn't there? You might be racing in the moon.
Yeah.
I think I unlocked it. I'm gonna say that I unlocked this from my great.
Well, because apparently my memory card doesn't have the save, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Is
has
that a Star Wars one?
Yeah, it has the Shadows of the Empire sticker on it.
I normally play better, but there's no Rumble Pack, so.
I'm leaving you
Oh
guys.
my
feel
gosh,
the
I gotta
road.
figure out where my Rumble Packs are now that you're talking about it.
What was your first game on 64?
Super Mario 64.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah. Mine first was Star Fox.
Mine was,
I pre-ordered it. I still have the receipt in the box. I also sell the box.
And then that Christmas, my
Fill the
dad.
box.
Yeah.
Right on.
That Christmas, my dad bought me Quest 64, which is essentially the shittiest game ever made.
What'd they do? Just like
They just-
shoot me out to space and
And
said,
then
yeah,
said, "You're done." Yeah,
Bye,
apparently.
boy.
Thanks, Eugene Jarvis.
freaking Jarvis.
They actually made a new cruising game, by the way. It's an
Scott
arcade.
Potts.
It's a Cruis'n Exotic. No, not Exotic. That's
Cruising
a,
Exotic Joe.
No, there was another
Joe
one.
Exotic.
It's at Dave and Buster's, but we can't go there right now, so I have no idea anymore. Cruis'n something.
What's-
It's a weird thing too because Nintendo technically owns the rights to the Cruis'n series, but it was developed by Midway and Eugene Jarvis. Eugene Jarvis, I think, is people are gonna no one's gonna probably correct me, but they should. He's tied to other arcade games. I want to say it's like, is it NBA Jam or no? That's Mike Trammell. I'm now randomly swearing. But Eugene Jarvis has been making arcade video games for a while.
Yeah, well, like, sounds good.
There's a Nintendo team. Ken Lobb, that's what the Klob is named after in GoldenEye.
Really?
Yes. Because he was the...
You're trying to tell me a club's not a real gun?
Yes.
You're trying to tell me a golden gun's not a real gun?
In this quarantine period, when you're rushing out, go try and get a Klob.
I feel like they've had to have made a club after that game, no?
I assume there's like an airsoft pistol or something at least.
Yeah.
That's a Klob. But yeah, it's
Somebody's
named after
gotta
Ken
have-
Lobb. Though he now works for Microsoft, funny enough, and he's still. So he was always their big.
Humans.
Hit all of them.
Alright, what's the plan now? Are we just gonna watch this?
I guess we're just gonna watch them. I mean, we want this on. We finally get the music.
I feel like this is very like Mystery Science. Like we just have to read the names.
Should totally set up a stream where I just have the camera behind us and no light on the back of it.
Just play it.
All right, just bob your head.
Andy B.
Make a joke.
Good old Steve
Duckworth.
I think this is the full song that plays on the title screen.
I hope they tell us who did this song. That's the
It was
credit.
Duckworth. That was the music
Oh, was
guy.
it Duckworth?
Yeah. Duckworth.
Oh.
Like, wait, was it in Willy Wonka?
If there's anything that's so 90s,
Sludgewood?
Yeah.
this is so 90s. So, my N64 story, though, is I pre-ordered it through Toys R Us.
Yeah.
This is actually the reason that Street Dates started happening. It was because of, not me specifically, but Toys R Us like called me like, you can pick up your console. It was like 3 days before the release date.
Oh shit.
So I had Mario 64 and I had my N64. And then when the official release date hit, I remember waking up early on a Sunday and going to Target to pick up the only other launch game that was available, Pilot Wings.
I've got Pilot Wings.
I saw credits in
That's
that
a
game.
very frustrating game.
Yes, that is. I saw credits in that game, and so I technically beat it. But I saw that game is really hard. But have you ever gone back to the original Pilot Wings on Super Nintendo?
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go. We can play them. Now we're on the moon. We're gonna
You
race
made
on
me
the
wait through
moon.
all that. Okay.
Yes. That's how long it takes to get to the moon.
How is it possible for us to drive on the moon?
I mean, if you seal the vents on your vehicle, then.
Oh, I get.
Oh God, I just hit
I
something.
guess there's still gravity. Right?
Yes.
God, I'm an idiot.
I mean, there's less gravity than on Earth.
I'm an idiot.
Haven't you seen the first episode of Futurama?
Dude, I watched Rocket Man.
There's honking on the moon.
Ah, come on.
These moon rocks are getting in my way.
You can drive through those rocks, man.
Can you?
Yes.
I feel like you're just
Johnny
See?
you're
Oh,
just
fuck.
getting me.
Bad advice.
You're getting my goodness.
See? I just drove through rocks.
Okay, I'm just
They
spinning
did.
I think
uncontrollably.
we all were at that moment.
Yes. They're trying to prove my point. Alright. We're gonna turn. Yeah, and then I think it was Wave Race 64 was the next game that came out.
Okay, I just hit a rock, Joe.
Right.
I hit the side all the time.
I'm just bouncing from side to side of the screen.
See, the gravity's lower on the moon. I just drove through 2 more rocks.
Okay. Whoa, I did not mean that.
At least the ones closest to the side of the course seem to be not physically there.
Oh, that rock I
I
hit.
think Corey's gonna take this one.
Finally.
Yeah, how am I gonna take it? I'm in third.
Oh, no.
Finally.
This is an expert.
My
level,
return to
boys.
glory comes at the end.
Oh, you're already there.
So do we delve into life and limb on this?
Delve away.
Or do we want to wait until everyone's here?
I can answer questions.
So, how did you guys all decide, let's get together? Was it over a conversation over Mitch? Where you're like, fuck, you're not in a band anymore. Do you want to be in a new band?
No, it was well, we were
What's the next series?
we were jamming,
Oh, alright.
and then
We can-
it was something that we've always talked about.
Yeah.
And then me, Mike Hyde, who used to be in a band with Steve, our bassist. He played bass in that other band called Ape Kill Ape. But now he's like, well, I'll play. Like, we all basically just decided to pick up the different instrument, kind of. So he's playing guitar. Tyler, who's in Black Dots, he's still playing bass, though.
With a bad beard? Or is it, did he shave it in his times?
No, he's
all right.
growing.
He's growing.
He's growing.
Badass beard, not bad beard.
And then at the time we had a guy that we picked up named Ryan. He's from San Diego, and he played with us. Really cool guy. And Mitch, well, before that even, we were just kind of like, fuck it, let's just record these songs because we got nothing else to do. And so we recorded 3 songs at Mitch's house, and he programmed drums, and that was our demo. And then after that, we found Ryan, and we wrote a few more songs, and then we went into Sun Studio out in Tempe, because JJ at the time was working out of there, and he fucking crushed it. I personally, I've never worked with a producer, engineer, whatever the hell you want to call him, like him. He just nailed it on. He was right on the money with the sound. He just knew what it should sound like, and it was perfect. So that's what he did. Doubt, which we just put out a couple months ago. So it's good. But yeah, it was just kind of something that we were just kind of like, just kind of dicking around. And,
Oh, right at the end, come on.
and we just decided, the hell with it, let's record.
Yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah, it was.
And it's a fun band to watch. I feel like everything that's tied to American standards or is American standards is just fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Just something different, cool little thing to do.
And Tyler gets to play again because I don't know if they ever posted that their band was over, but I was just like, I think they're done. I'm seeing people in other places now.
Yeah, because what was it? There was what? Brandon, maybe you would know. What was the 3-piece? It wasn't Black Dots. What was the 3-piece band that Tyler and them did?
Give Blood.
Give Blood. Yeah.
Oh, with the oh fuck, I'm forgetting your name now.
Press C up for special boost.
I feel like that's.
It's first person. C up is first person.
That's probably. I wonder if that would make it better.
I know, it makes it a little bit harder to predict what's coming up.
I don't know. Some people insist on that in certain driving games.
Although, like, I can't remember what cruising game it is, but if you're playing in that first-person view or whatever, you get like
windshield
bugs on your
wipers and
windshield.
stuff. Yeah. That's Cruising USA.
Yeah, when you're doing when you're like Iowa and stuff.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got, like, bugs on it?
Yeah.
Whee. Oh.
Okay, fancy boy.
Yeah, I paid for it. So that's cool though. So that's been 2 years now, Left Limb?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's kind of
corona.
it picked up quick. So
I
yeah,
prefer
2
Blue
years, and a good majority of that time we were a little. I mean, it fell short to the American standards way of not having a drummer for a bit. But we got
Wait,
it.
did you have like a drum machine in its place?
No, we just didn't play any shows. There was a hot minute where we didn't play any shows because Ryan at the time moved out of state. So
Oh, that would do it.
yeah, so
That's a good tour time, right? You're just like, now we gotta get back together because that way we're gonna be in the same van and place.
yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I see Ryan posts on like Facebook groups.
He's playing now in Exit Wound.
Oh,
if I'm
nice.
not
Oh,
mistaken.
wait, I know that band. Why do I know that band?
Amber.
I mean, why don't I know a band? Is more than
Yeah, he's drumming for them now. Okay.
Yeah, I did hear they're trying to come back because they want to do that house show with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always see him post online, and I think people think he's a cop because there's no one trying to get him as a drummer, which normally
He was a cop at one point in time. Funny enough.
Because normally a drummer posts online,
And now it's
like,
publicly known.
It'll be like some guy looking for like a metal band or something, and then people will be like, "Yeah, I play like jazz," or "Will you still drum for me, please?"
Oh no.
Like everybody just jumps on it.
Well, he won't get into a punk band now that everyone knows he's a cop.
Well, he's not a cop now. This was years ago.
Oh, okay. What the hell just happened?
Oh, gosh.
I bumped into
You
a
guys
wall
both
and
crashed and I took first. That's what happened.
I bumped into a wall and it teleported me to the left.
That's all you need to know.
Or maybe just skip some frames.
All right, I think we need to get down to some serious stuff here, Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
You know about games. You worked at a gaming store.
As
When
we
I blow into my game, does it actually help, or is that just like a placebo?
That's more placebo.
I heard it actually makes it worse.
I heard that about the cotton swabs, which I do both still.
I heard that blowing it makes it worse
Yeah.
because like your
Technically, it's the moisture in your breath is bad for the contacts.
Oh yeah, I have very little moisture in my breath. I checked.
I have the driest mouth in the world.
Drive through this mountain.
For yeah,
tongue
I
is
mean,
like
what
a
is it?
cat's.
Some people would tell you to do was it alcohol, rubbing alcohol?
Yeah.
Is that not-
Because that evaporates. Allegedly,
Yeah,
that will not
it doesn't-
do as much damage. I remember those cleaning kits. Were those alcohol? Or was that just some
I
weird
don't know.
solvent?
And I always,
It's just Dawn soap with water.
I also wonder, like when I'm playing my game, like when I'm playing my NES or something, and I turn it on, it doesn't work, but then I press restart, and then it automatically works, even though I didn't shake the cartridge or blow in it or do anything. What the fuck's up with that, Joe?
That just means somehow it didn't make the connection on the first try. Though those are more prone. Those are more prone to the contacts inside slowly losing their contact. What's the right word?
There's probably people yelling at their screen right now.
Basically, it's.
I came here for game knowledge.
I came here for American standards knowledge. Oh, I went off the wall.
Oh, I don't like this level.
Like,
This is Vans off the
This
wall.
is not-
when you get stuck on the when you get stuck on
Yeah,
the
you
wall,
get
it just does
sucked
not
in
let
on
you.
it.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe my joystick's going bad.
That's
but
what I
maybe
was
it's
like,
just,
oh no, did I break this?
maybe it's just the game.
Yeah, my joysticks are ground into dust. Like they have that white like dust on the inside.
Dude,
That's
mine
'cause
used to
these-
have the fucking like Cheeto dust embedded
Cheeto
in
dust.
the freaking joystick.
And they're just sticky with Mountain Dew.
Just that discolored yellow.
That's just because Nintendo was the pioneer in doing the analog joystick, and instead of doing what
Yeah.
everyone does now, where it's like a half dome, they created it where it's grinding against
well,
two little
that was-
circles.
What system has the best controller?
GameCube.
I kind of. GameCube does have a nice controller, especially for Smash.
Yeah.
So next episode of American Standards, Smash Brothers.
It moves too fast.
We used to do,
Whoa.
like back in grade school, we would do Smash Brothers tournaments, and we would all bring $5.
Wait, so you were betting on it?
Yeah. Or like whoever won, like it was like
Did you get a
tournament
pot?
style. Yeah.
The cops are just gonna jump through the window right now.
Shit, run!
We've been waiting for him to admit this, boys.
That's like the office pool, right? Those are all legal, but the office pools still happen. Betting on the weekly football game of the XFL.
Office pool now.
What's your favorite controller brand?
I grew up on the. Well, I had a regular
I
Nintendo
say
for the long.
Xbox One controller is really nice. It feels nice.
I definitely feel like the 64 controller is like, it's probably arguably the worst one just because it's so different. But I'm the most used to it. So.
It's the best for fans of ASU.
What's the worst controller in your eyes?
Worst controller?
The first
Oh my God.
Xbox controller.
I'm gonna stop thinking about controllers so I don't run into trees.
Keep thinking about controllers. What's the sexiest controller?
Ooh.
I mean, it kind of is the Dreamcast controller.
For the sexiest or the worst?
Dude, when you told me Dreamcast, I'm like, did anybody ever own a
I
Dreamcast?
never had a Dreamcast. When I saw you said that we're gonna be playing Dreamcast, I was like,
I think
YouTubed
the
game.
only thing that I've ever seen on Dreamcast was Ready to Rumble.
That was a fun game too. There's a lot of good stuff on there.
Was it?
That was the last good Sega console. Well, it was the last console.
It was the-
from Sega,
yeah.
but they actually gave their all on it. And Final was it bankrupt?
And in the end, it didn't even matter.
God, now Linkin Park's in my
Heck yeah.
head. Well, there is a statement out there from the once head of Sega at the time saying it was kind of their love letter to their fans. Like they kind of saw the writing on the wall, but they went.
Let's just put this out.
They went guns blazing out with like, all right, we're just gonna put in our full effort. But in retrospect, going back to it, it's like the handles. So you remember the Xbox original controller?
Yeah.
So the Dreamcast controller is very similar, except that their handles are like a centimeter thin sliver. So in retrospect, it was just like going back. I'm like, this is uncomfortable now. Playing it, my hands are starting to hurt because I just feel like something's digging in. It's thin enough to feel like something's digging in.
You know that story you told us at the beginning? I can't even remember if it was on when you were recording or not, but about how you broke off the side of this?
Oh, yes.
I'm about to do that right now.
Why?
With you guys beating me this whole time.
You won 4 in a row. I remember this.
I know.
I forget easy when I lose. It's dumb
I
game.
forgive, but I don't forget.
All right, fine. We'll go back to the moon.
I think Corey won the moon.
No, I didn't.
I
didn't.
No,
Yeah, keep saying
remember,
That was
that was
convenient.
an expert level.
That was strangely the most bouncy level of all of us, but it was because we kept crashing into things.
Okay, here's that damn tree again.
I keep thinking he's Thumper from Twisted Metal. I keep seeing his car.
Dude, Twisted Metal is...
I'm guessing most people more associate that his car with more like like that of a pimp.
Yeah.
But I'm like thinking Twisted Metal. Wait, where did Brandon go?
Didn't Twisted Metal have like a car, but it was like a dude, and his like arms
Oh yeah,
were
his
wheels?
arms were the wheels, or they were sewed into the wheels. Or
Yeah. It was like, what's his face from Mortal Kombat?
Axel.
Yeah.
His name was Axel. Oh, you're thinking of is it Cabal? No, or man, damn it. I'm gonna stop thinking about stuff because then I
Start
don't
thinking
know.
about stuff again.
That's my whole plan.
Was it
Yo,
your
what's
own
his
though?
name? What was that guy's name?
Yeah.
That did that one?
Cabal is one of the Mortal Kombat characters.
Jax.
No, it's Baraka.
Sonya Blade.
Joe, have you watched Danzig's movie?
No. Have you listened to his Elvis covers?
No, God, no. Please save me.
I had no clue you had a movie.
Yeah, I watched.
I watched some.
Is it a horror movie?
Yeah, it's
What
like
the
this
hell?
horror anthology movie.
Yeah.
It's so bad, dude.
I watched some movies with Henry Rollins in them.
This game is the greatest game ever.
What's that Henry Rollins movie called where he's like an
He's gonna be in the
angel?
He-Man show that Kevin Smith's writing.
Really?
And he's a voice in it.
That's cool. That is cool.
Is it Seaman? No, that's right.
Seaman.
There is some of those characters were literally just something man, and I thought, is it Seaman?
I never got into it.
Aquaman? Is that a copyright infringement?
Is there ever a man? There should be a man.
It does sound like Aquaman, like that company that makes all the like Titanic 2 and Snakes on a Train. The one for Aquaman is just called Seaman.
It's like a sci-fi movie original.
Snakes on a Train.
Sea
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, my dad used to always go to Blockbuster and accidentally rent those movies.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Those ones that are just like slightly different. Instead of Snakes on a Train, it'd be like Snakes on a Plane. It'd be Snakes on a Train.
Yeah, and it's like what, one company or two that they do that on purpose.
Instead of Transformers, it's like Transmorphers.
Beetle
Well, that's
Wars.
where like Mystery Science Theater gets most of its content.
Yeah.
Oh, I made it.
By buying an old Blockbuster.
Yes, by buying an old Blockbuster, the one in Oregon. That's still open.
In Medford, close by Brendan.
that where it is?
Yeah, because Brendan took a picture by it. Maybe it's not Medford, but it's somewhere up by them.
Because they live in that.
Do you think there's someone still collecting like licensing fees for them using the name on their building?
They gotta be kicking themselves about not making Redbox. Even though I think Redbox is probably not doing so great anymore either.
Well, they had blue machines.
Could
Do
you
remember
imagine
those?
being a Hollywood
There were
movie?
Blockbuster machines.
Oh, good thing that we're both sucking right here.
Yeah, come on, boys.
Do you remember the blue Blockbuster machines? They did exist.
Oh yeah, that's totally right.
But wasn't there like there's something about like Blockbuster having an opportunity to really take a huge share of that market and then like they made the wrong
They acted
decisions.
too late, and then they also were a lot of.
Like they were gonna buy out Netflix or something. They didn't. All this might
Oh.
be completely wrong. I don't know.
I
Or not
didn't-
Netflix. I mean,
didn't hear that.
buy out Redbox or something like that. Like early on when it wasn't
Oh.
worth that much.
Do you think anybody goes?
That one I don't know.
I feel like Redbox loses money because you just keep the.
Well, no, you have as
Isn't
a
that what
as a
you're supposed to
former
do?
as a former GameStop manager, I know most business, at least most smart businesses operate knowing
I thought that was
there will be some losses,
Well, I mean, because
especially in a business where people are like buying your products and handling your products.
if it costs like what, $2 a day or whatever the hell it is. Damn, I'm still sucking right here. What the hell?
What's that? It's a part of the track, man.
Nope, I refuse. But if it's like $2 a day or something, if you keep it, doesn't it just charge you like $20 or something?
If you keep it for, is it a week or 2 weeks? There is like, we're just gonna charge you for the movie.
Yeah. So they'd probably make more money if you keep the movie.
You keep it.
I just
You
don't.
gotta check your bank statements from 4 years ago or something.
It became my game rental thing though.
I would like to report an unauthorized purchase.
Yeah.
From when, sir?
2009.
Your last one? 2004. Please.
Redbox became my game rental thing though. For $3, I can try something out that I was on the fence about.
You remember when there was? Is GameFly still a thing?
Yes. And now they're my only rental service if I want to rent games. I just ran
I
into.
mean, hell, when Netflix first came out, it was all like getting DVDs sent to your house, which apparently is still an option.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's not weird.
I don't know what weirdos are doing that.
Who's watching?
I
Stuff
mean,
that
there
is
is a better. If you want to really be
My
a video
grandpa.
file, there is a better fidelity to a physical Blu-ray than a streamed HD movie.
Yo, I'm colorblind. It don't matter.
Is that the real reason this
Yeah,
course
yeah.
is like horrible
This
for
looks
you?
like an esophagus.
I thought it was a spine.
It looks like
You
an
know, like
anus.
Looked in one like that before.
I think it was a spine driving through a rib cage.
I've sat on quite a many colonoscopies, and this looks.
What do you think my YouTube history is?
I thought you were gonna say.
Colonoscopy streams.
Just
I
extreme.
thought you were gonna say, what do you think my YouTube channel is?
Hey guys. Today we got Frank. He's 58.
You have microfiber cameras, don't you?
Let's do this thing.
Oops. Mike.
Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Review, but hopefully positive.
Hit the bell. But with your butt.
Actually, you could, like, I don't know if they care about what's in the lower right, but you can make that watermark image on YouTube, like the chocolate starfish.
Hot dog flavored water.
And you're like, just click on the little O over there to subscribe.
Speaking of chocolate starfish, I watched another movie.
It's a Limp Bizkit documentary that I didn't know
It
about.
was a movie. It was The Fanatic with John Travolta,
Oh my
directed and co-written by Fred Durst.
I think I've heard of that. Was it good?
Oh, it's terrible,
Nice.
but it's like laughable.
Wait, does it push Scientology?
No, so like John Travolta's like this like crazed fan of this like horror sci-fi actor,
Oh,
and he like breaks into his house and like takes like selfies with him and kisses his forehead and stuff.
Oh dear. It sounds like Cable Guy.
It is a little Cable Guy. It really is, yeah.
Cable Guy, God, that's a weird movie too.
I remember as a kid going to see it in the theaters and not liking it because Jim Carrey
He's
was
not
so
funny.
different. Yeah.
Don't you want somebody to love? Jefferson Airplane?
So I think I've confirmed that double tapping doesn't make you go any faster. It just makes your car harder to control. Which is like,
No,
hella
it also
badass.
helps you take turns a little better too. But it's a matter of controlling it because you're suddenly.
but what does make you go faster is honking your
Okay,
horn.
Brandon, you're screen watching. There's no way in hell you would know.
Where he is? What? No way. I'm doing better this time on this course.
I know. I find myself getting a little bit. I mean, as I'm still hitting trees, but
I'm not hitting the
I'm
aqueduct.
a little bit more confident.
You're
in
using the
these
brake a
trees.
little. Does anybody actually use the brake in
Is there a
video games?
Video games?
Is there a brake
Like in racing
button?
games?
I'm assuming B's for brake. You
If
should.
there's a brake button in a video game.
Yep,
you
it
should
is.
try it, Joe. Try the brake button.
Oh no, it is. I just.
See if you press it
What
for a
button
long
is it,
time. What
Joe?
happens? Yeah. What
See.
happens like if you just hold the brake button, Joe? You should
I think
double tap the
I think
brake.
you would go.
Double tap the brake.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll do
God.
it backwards.
Damn it.
Do it backwards.
And I just lost.
Backwards.
Ooh,
Billy.
starting
I just
machine coming in
lost.
clutch. Here
'cause
we
you
go,
double tapped the
boys. It's because it's the tortoise in the hair, boys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tortoise in the
Whoa.
hair. You guys can double tap and honk. I'm doing what this game is telling me
Designed
to
to
do. Cruise. I'm cruising.
What were some of your favorite? What are some of your favorite racing games.
Real quick, why does it always make you every game put in your
I know.
initials?
I have a feeling this is actually mostly the arcade code,
Okay.
and that they're just like, keep it in there.
Like, shouldn't it just realize that, like, yo, workers in the whole world here?
Like, they're saving our initials, so shouldn't they just save it to it? Yeah, that would make sense.
Favorite racing game? What do you got, Corey?
I'll say the one that I played like crazy amounts of, and I was super about it. I'm not very proud of it.
Son of a
but
bitch.
it was GameCube's Need for Speed Underground.
Oh, nice.
That wasn't horrible, though.
It wasn't. No, you can customize and stuff. It was cool.
Because after the Underground games, and that when the Burnout guys made Hot Pursuit, then Need for Speed got horrible.
That was a game. Yeah.
I remember Underground was cool because it had all the like reflective
Yeah, it was crazy. Like,
things on the wet pavement and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was
You're
really
like,
cool
this
looking.
looks really cool. That was when we were arguing about weird effects on differences between the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox.
Ah.
I just saw that. Like, that must be what it looks like for me half of this race.
Could you imagine being in the car and that happened?
Hey, it didn't compress, so he's good.
What about you, Brandon?
I don't know. I was never big into racing games, so like when it comes to anything that's like a racing game, I've definitely played Mario Kart the most.
I
But-
will say the second would be Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's-
brought it up, but
Not a racing game at all, but I always thought Crazy Taxi was pretty fun.
Fuck, I should have brought that.
Crazy Taxi is dope.
I'm still debating on that one will get a copyright claim. I know it will. I'm
Do you
debating
get that
on.
for playing these games on YouTube?
Well, once you, I would
I
assume
upload the
so.
files to
Yeah,
YouTube.
upload it to
Oh.
YouTube, and they.
But also Twitch does go through the archive stuff, and
Yeah, I was gonna
Also
say because
flags
everybody's
it.
on Twitch playing old games, right? You see Keith Buckley's. Oh yeah, you sent it over actually. Keith
Yeah,
Buckley.
I haven't gotten a chance to watch the live stream.
And
But
he's doing-
he's just playing Call of Duty, ain't he?
I don't know. And he's also doing that.
it literally lets you get to the end and then be like, "Yep, you're last."
Yeah, you don't get to finish.
So unsatisfied.
You didn't even cross the finish line. It's just,
3 foot.
Hey, you're there. You're good. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I have Crazy Taxi, all three of them actually. Third one's in
Maybe
Vegas.
through.
I need now that I have all the time, I need to go open my Xbox and clean off the corrosion stuff.
Ooh,
No, it was another dumb
you
fun
spill a Mountain
game.
Dew on it or something?
No, it's a known issue.
Code Red.
They apparently spilled Mountain Dew in the processing, manufacturing of it on every console.
Next to Crazy Taxi, they like at arcades, they'd always have that safari game where you just rope like animals.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Jumbo or
this-
something like
yeah.
that. right?
That's the one with the booth you sit in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was always kind of
I
fun
like
too.
that.
You ever play the Jurassic Park one?
Oh yeah,
Most of them are gun games that you kind of
Just
raced.
sitting there,
yeah.
Daytona USA is another one that I love. Except that it has like 3 courses, so I know it will not do well over a course of an hour or so streaming show. I feel like we've seen this course like 3
Ratings are
times.
plummeting.
You know what's going on? You remember the arcade game where you like stood on the skateboard?
Oh yeah.
Tony Hawk.
No, it wasn't Tony Hawk. No, it wasn't
Oh
Tony
no,
Hawk.
it's
I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I don't know what
And then there was
it's called,
there was a snowboarding one
but- yeah, there
too.
was
Yeah.
snowboarding one.
Man, insult to injury there. Someone running into
I gave
me.
you a little tap in.
You always thought that if you actually skateboarded, you'd be a little bit better at that game, but it didn't matter.
Like it picked up that you would jump too.
Yeah. Trying to get kids to jump. Psh, old school.
Actually, my mom, that was the one thing. So, Power Pad, Nintendo, whenever we want to play video games, instead of go out, she'd be like, well, you got to play this game first. if
Track
you're
and
gonna-"
field?
Yep.
We would play track and field, and we'd put our hands and go, and then when you're supposed to jump, just move your hands up.
Yes. Well, she wouldn't let us do that either.
Dang.
But we had to play for like half an hour if we were going to stay in and play video games.
Go run on track and field.
Yes. Your pixel avatar.
Oh, you know what I've also been playing a lot of? It's called Caveman
Aliens?
games. Have you ever played Caveman games?
Yes, those are amazing.
Yeah, it's the dumbest
There's a
thing.
UFO. There's UFOs. Did we see those before?
I did, the second Caveman game, you have to throw your wife. You have to spin
Yeah.
in a circle and see how far you
Oh,
can
we
throw
played
her.
it. It was Manu Zazias was on this show. We played Caveman games.
Nice. It's fun.
I was like, wait a second. I think I've had this on the show. It was between that and the Snoopy Olympics. The
Oh, that's
Spectacular.
That one good?
In nostalgia, yes. I haven't played it in a couple of years, so I don't know if it's aged well, but Caveman games
I wouldn't say like Caveman Games is obviously not a good game, but it's still like the first time I played it, hated it, and
You
the
ever
more
play
I
Joe
play
and
it, it's like kind of fun. What's up?
You ever play Joe and Mac? 2 Cavemen. It's a side scroller, Super Nintendo, and arcade game. It was actually it was re-released on Switch as an arcade classic, and that's the only time I finally realized that Joe and Mac was not actually called Joe and Mac. It was like Caveman Adventures.
Oh gosh.
See, no rocks.
Oh,
I
no.
can run through the rocks.
I'm just in grass.
Like in real life, you can run through the rock. Try it.
Yep.
Please
You
don't.
get in trouble.
Please don't sue. I didn't actually.
They're gonna sue. Hope you're an
They're gonna like
LLC.
start trying to drive over the rock. And they see him on the street. The Brahma Bull.
Inside.
Did you guys ever watch wrestling?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel
Stone
about
Cold
these?
just came back on
Yeah, I saw
316,
that,
and it was really awkward because it was
yeah. Oh
empty.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, they're using the practice facility, right? So there's no crowd.
Yeah, they're doing.
But they're playing to it. They're playing to a crowd. I was watching them like go onto the turnbuckle and be like,
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
yelling
it's
out.
like it never.
They yell out like at the ropes as if there's a crowd and stuff. They're doing WrestleMania is gonna be like a 2-day thing now. No crowd.
that is so weird.
You can
Though
like
I
hear
guess
them calling the moves, you know? Like when
Oh
there's-
really?
Yeah, and that's the thing I noticed most about the Stone Cold coming back is that when he was throwing kicks, he was like 4 feet away from him. Like he was not even making it like selling it like it was believable.
no one's
Dude,
close
he's
enough to
Stone
notice.
Cold. He's like I'm like.
Can you imagine? But
Do you give a
dude,
shit?
that dude can catch a beer.
Yes,
He caught like 30 beers in a row, man.
Damn.
I've watched him live once. 2002, WWE Raw,
That's cool.
U.S. Airways Center,
That probably was it.
or was it him? What was the airline then? God, I don't remember. It was Miracle West to something to U.S. Airways to. What? Oh, that was what it was. It was U.S. Airways Center because now it's Talking Sick Resort Arena. I got confused when that renamed to, was it Auction Pavilion? I'm like, wait, so one of the casinos built a cool pavilion? Cool. And I'm like looking it up, and I'm like, oh, this is Desert Sky.
Western Mall.
We're back in New York. Oh yeah, I remember in high school, I went to, was it the No? That might have been the No Snow Christmas show. Blink-182, Phoenix TX, Lit, Mogi,
Dude, my screen's going crazy.
Save Ferris. I don't think if was that it? But yeah, I remember getting out of high school, meeting up with my friends, and then I think we went to the food court at Desert Sky. And then we went to the show.
Pocket change was there.
Also, 311's harder than I thought when I.
The
was-
band?
yeah. Well, because
Dude, Amber goes hard.
you should totally do that cover.
Warp speed, man. Aw.
Actually,
I asked
was
for
it?
that.
A really good hardcore cover is the Deadbeat Hymns there, covering Johnny Cash.
Oh, that is cool.
I'm like, this is awesome and rocking and amazing that
Love those
someone's even
guys.
trying to do this. Have you guys played with them?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
played
we
the grid
played
with them.
That's right, because they host the grid shows.
Yeah, they do.
The punk nights.
Yeah.
When there are shows,
What's
please come back.
Little tear roll.
I honestly, I can't be in my apartment that much. That's what I'm learning. As someone who already works from home, to be home at night now, like,
Yeah.
You're like, ah.
it has been additional anxiety on me.
You're like the Mista lady from Happy Gilmore. Oh.
The sardine machine.
Did
Did we all just screw each other?
I was getting too greedy.
Ooh, I almost hit the statue.
Yeah, man.
I was aiming for her.
And Corey's gonna take this again. Or no,
Oh,
actually,
Joe's
Joe's gonna
gonna
take
I'm
it.
doing better again.
I keep thinking you're in the first one for some reason.
It's because I'm thinking less.
Start thinking more, man.
About my favorite memory card. Which one looks the nicest?
What's your favorite?
It's got to be the VMU for the Dreamcast. It had that screen on there. You can get your chows from Sonic Adventure. Man, now I wish I brought my Dreamcast. Could have done Crazy Taxi, whatever. Copyright, claim it. Seriously, that
Taking all
soundtrack.
your monies.
That soundtrack is just Offspring and a little bit of Bad Religion. So, yeah,
I know that. Out of my way, purple boy.
there's no way that.
Oh God, what is that?
I just hope
He drove right into it.
Welcome to Miami. Nope, how to do.
seriously, the beaches are less crowded than they've told us. It's not spring break after all.
We were just driving on their graves.
Grave Danger is that song, Piss on Your Grave. God, what was it? What were we talking? Oh, I would hope that since Twitch and frickin' YouTube, if you set YouTube to the gaming category, you can tell them what game you're playing. I would hope that they had integrated the idea that this game's gonna have licensed music.
Yeah,
Do not flag it.
You guys saw that.
just right into it.
Wait, you guys are way ahead of me. Wait, no, I see.
That was your dirty trick to get me to look at the cars.
Dude, the map looks crazy right now. Look at the map.
Fuck.
Hey, I got first place on this one last time too.
I just ran into it.
I don't know if I've got any
Beam
first
me
places
up.
this whole time.
I think we've cruised the world again because there's a spaceship. Right? That's the last course of cruising the world again?
Yeah, and then we got the
moon?
The moon.
And the fun credit roll?
Oh man, we got a bunch of credits for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, man. We're gonna see Ducksworth again.
We can skip it, right? No?
No,
Oh,
we
right.
can't.
This is in the day and age that...
Must be nice to always win Corey.
Come
That's
on,
true.
down.
He has one like every...
Come on down.
4-9er.
Niner.
I mean, what's better than sending a sardine machine up to space then? That's kind of entertaining. What is your favorite music outside of your genre?
Style of music.
Or like bands?
Artist, band.
You know, I was really stoked that Childish Gambino had a new album come out. It's not very good.
I just was reading...
It's got like 2 songs on there that are listenable. It just sounds like a bunch of ideas, like, but no actual songs.
I saw today Hard Times had an article that said he posted the coronavirus cure at 4 a.m. and then deleted it a couple minutes later.
Oh, because a few weeks ago he actually posted the album on Spotify, but then it got taken down right away. Same thing with Sufjan Stevens just put out an album too, and it's all like I don't think there's any singing on it. It's just all like kind of experimental noise.
I mean,
I'm trying to think. What about you, Corey?
I'm trying to think. I will say this though.
Corey's a big Phil Collins fan.
In Genesis. But it's I wouldn't call them the same genre as us, but the band Belmont, they're so freaking good. They just
you
put
say
out,
Belmont?
yeah.
Like Simon?
Well, you said what's your favorite band? It's not genre.
Oh, yeah.
Not the same
Oh, no,
genre.
I was just making like Simon Belmont.
I don't know how they get that from. But they released like a 6-7 song album.
Castlevania.
Oh yeah,
Beyond me too.
gotta be there. But it's good. It's good music.
Well, I can branch into an anecdote from that because for whatever reason, metal and Avenged Sevenfold, if you remove the lyrics, I keep thinking it's just Castlevania music.
They took some weird turns, man. They started off kind of punk rock, and then they went to that
They were like
post-hardcore
hardcore,
stuff,
yeah.
and now they're just like Metallica. Weird.
Which, by the way, if you haven't heard, Metallica Mondays are back. They're going to be doing streams on
the
Monday.
streams, that's right.
And I'm just like, that is weirdly nostalgic because Metallica Mondays were once a thing, right? Or for an album release or
Like-
something
So the band's streaming stuff.
on Mondays.
Okay.
I thought the radio station.
Hopefully
did
they
that.
do it from
Maybe
the
I'm
same.
stupid.
Yeah, I knew it from KPD too. Hopefully they're doing it from the same place they recorded Saint Anger. Brilliant
wonder.
album, front to back.
I mean,
just kidding. I am completely.
I mean, man, the amount of shit Metallica gets at this point. But it's mostly Lars. He's an asshole. Or is he?
put your
Put
Put your comments
put your
below.
opinion in the
How do you
comments.
feel about Lars? Not Lars. Fredrickson. That's a better
Did you say
Lars.
Lars from Fuddruckers?
No, I started to say Fredrickson, which is more of a rancid. It's a much better Lars. He never condemned.
Duckworth again.
He never condemned the Napster. What's your favorite download service from you?
Pirate Bay.
Is that still around?
I don't know.
No, they got kicked.
It's like, man. Let's see. What's your favorite streaming service?
I use Spotify. Spotify and Bandcamp.
Did Pandora disappear, or is that just like
No, it's
for?
still a
I
thing.
think Pandora.
Or is that the older adults?
Yeah, I think
service?
it's an older kind of a thing.
Matt uses Pandora.
I just use the app.
Now he doesn't. Are you an advocate?
I feel like for the longest time you were just using YouTube.
Yeah, I would just use YouTube for the longest time.
I know someone that I'd go over to his house and he would literally just DJ off of YouTube. He'd have like 2 to 3 tabs.
Yeah.
And he just fade one out, fade one in.
Oh, cool.
And just
That's
like
awesome.
make it even like feed nicely into it. Just sitting there with his beer, his PBR, just DJing.
Just-
Oh, we're talking.
That's what I
What do you guys
would
want to
do.
hear? It's not on YouTube.
I just get. I just.
Not far out from
I
all the
just
stuff
drink
you
beers
do.
and just put music videos on my TV.
Here we go, fellas.
It's expert. That's why we're bouncing around. And the moon is part of Earth. Proof right there.
This is all a Hollywood studio.
Some dare say, is the moon a dwarf planet?
Like,
Are
when
you,
they
are you
took
making
Pluto
fun
away
of its
from us.
size? You're just making fun of its size.
All right. Bouncing around again.
Oh my gosh.
That's what
I'm
people-
spinning.
People,
Spinning.
people-
Oh, they course corrected there.
Stupid joke.
We'll edit that in post. It's probably
Sometimes I say the same word over.
I see. So, did you have some shows on the docket that at this point are either questionable or postponed?
Yeah, I think we had a show.
We just show last Friday.
Shit.
And
We were
I
supposed,
wasn't
I was
there, I'm
supposed to have a
sorry.
show tonight for Life and Limb, and that one got canceled at the Underground.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually saving sweat.
Yeah. So, yeah, so you know that's all good. I think we had a show that
Yeah.
got kicked.
We had that Greyhaven show at Club Red last week got canceled, and then we're supposed to play in Tucson, I think, next week at Club Congress.
Yep.
And that's, I mean, it got canceled.
people-
They're still doing, like, they're doing a live stream or something like that.
Of anyone that wants to still perform.
Right.
Yeah.
Are people like I've noticed May stuff is still not like all
Yeah,
canceled or postponed. Are
May's
people
looking-
are holding out hope that May might actually
Yeah.
have some live stuff? Like I was holding on to Anti-Flag and Bad Cop at Rebel Lounge, but I saw Steve's post that on his list of. So everyone's been doing that alphabetical list of bands they've seen, A through Z.
Yeah.
He did it of bands that have canceled or postponed.
That's
And I say Anti-Flag on there, and I'm like, fuck. That means it's postponed.
I feel like it's gonna be a weird time for like, so all these bands that are holding off, it's almost like they're holding a hose because none of them could do shows. Then the second day they give a green light to do shows again, like all these bands are gonna be struggling to get on a road as quickly as they can, like the bands that actually make money off of it
Yeah.
and survive off of it. So it's like all these venues are just gonna get flooded with like
I
tours.
hope so.
Would be cool.
I'm hoping also that ticket prices don't get inflated from
Yeah.
all the money that's
Well,
been missed in this.
that could happen, yeah. And then local bands are probably gonna struggle for a bit to actually get stuff. Or I mean, opening day
actually, it's gonna
and
just probably feel the same.
stuff. Yeah, true.
We made $20 again tonight. Cool.
Yeah, losing a lot of beer tokens from not playing shows here.
I saw that post of yours.
Yeah, it's-
I still have a Yucca one in my wallet.
I've got a handful of ones from a Rebel Lounge because I always forget that I have them, and then at the end of the night I pay and then reach into my pocket when I get home, like, oh shit, I've got 400 tokens.
That was the night that I would have thrown up. The last show I went to,
Yeah.
2 people gave me their beer tokens, and by the last one, I'm like, my stomach. If I add any more, I am going to throw up. I can feel it. Which I actually did at Chopper John's a couple days before that.
I still need to go check it
I had a combined 6.
Oh, you can actually just
Oh.
go back and play the moon again now?
I was gonna say, ooh,
Oh.
let's just go to selection. Ooh, look at that 3D
Little
loading.
cheat codes.
Was it gonna play the
Eurochrome.
song?
Oh yeah, we can just listen to the song coming up. But yeah, no, I had a combined like 6 mystery shot spot for me at Chopper John's over that night. And let's see, I had bought like 2 beers and someone else bought me a beer. And by that last one, like my vomit reflex like happened, and it was like, well, all right, fuck. They didn't kick me out either. I was just like, well, that sucks.
Go, you
Yeah.
good? Okay, come on.
Well, I'm done drinking is what we're gonna go from this point, at the very least. Yeah. Do we have a save game? Oh, sweet. It is saving.
So now you'll always remember this day, Joe.
Yes. What is the championship? Let's try the championship.
Every show, Joe Exotic.
That's the third game in the series.
Every show, Joe Rogan.
I want to say it was Cruis'n Blast. That's what it was. Cruis'n Blast is the game I saw in arcades. They made a new cruising game.
Cruis'n Blast. That's you.
And it's still the same. Oh, it even.
Do I dare continue with the Sardine streams, or do I venture? I was looking at that Road King pretty.
Yeah.
The Serpent, the Kamikaze, something.
Come on, man.
I wanna be like you.
ATV.
The Bonsai.
I think I'm gonna go Road King.
Let's go with the Scarab.
I'm just gonna scroll endlessly.
Oh, okay. So we want to play all easy, medium, or expert.
Expert, man.
We just want to
We
watch
wanna
us
look like
suffer.
wuss-
We're just gonna suffer.
Wait, Italy was a choice. Oh.
It's basically the first one on the expert courses.
Boys, eat my 6 wheels.
Hey, pull over.
You know, that's actually the best way to get your optimal gas mileage according to Mythbusters.
Well, hold your horn.
No, to stay behind the 6-wheeler.
Oh, drift. Or not drift,
I don't know how
'Cause-
that works.
If you're, though, it's dangerous. Because you get less air friction because they're blocking so much. If you're driving behind them, so your gas mileage actually does improve.
Interesting.
But it is also illegal in most states, I believe, to
So like,
ride the ass of a 6-wheeler.
You're also like most likely to get a rock flung up out of your windshield.
Yes. But they don't have the Yosemite Sam like flap to keep that from happening on the one in front of you. I did watch Space Jam this week.
do you
Yeah.
remember when Looney Tunes was like the biggest thing? Like it was on everything,
Yes.
every T-shirt.
I can't remember if Louis Tunes. I think it's actually Tiny Toons. Tiny Toons, the
We're toony.
the Tiny
we're
Toons
all little
movie.
loony. Oh yeah,
That was a good
that's how I spent my summer vacation.
There you go. Where did
There
you
was
pick
a.
up the
Oh
hitchhiker?
yeah.
You know, without Tiny Toons, we wouldn't have Batman the Animated Series.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know
One of the Bruce Timm, the artist, and Paul Dini, the writer, got together because of Tiny Toons.
You know, if we didn't have Batman animated series, we wouldn't have Freakazoid.
Yes. And Ed Asner as the cop.
I don't know.
And Freakadog. Foamy the Freakadog. You remember Foamy, right? Foamy, go get help!
that.
Hey Foamy, where's Freakazoid? And then the
Cat
bomb
dog.
blows up. Or the missile or whatever. Oh man. What was it? Don't say Candlestick Jack?
I think the last time. Oh,
Oh fuck.
did you? Oh, you ran into it. I thought you just jumped.
I tried to, and then I hit stuff. Was it Candlestick Jack or Candle?
I don't know. I think I haven't watched Freakazoid since I was like a kid.
Forever.
Freakazoid, do you want to go see the Clown Museum? Do I?
Is that on any streaming service now?
I don't
I feel
know.
like it probably doesn't.
You don't think that Freakazoid would hold up?
That should hold up. Well, of that era, that should hold up. I had it on DVD. I don't know if I still have it on
I think
DVD.
I was more of an Animaniacs guy.
That's supposedly coming
Hello,
back.
nurse.
Animaniacs is supposedly coming back for Hulu, I thought.
Really?
Animaniacs would have got me too.
Hello, nurse. Dr. Scratch and Sniff. Oh my gosh, the names. And then that's where Pinking the Brain came.
Good.
And then they got their own primetime
I get
show
it.
where you got to hear the longer version of the song they wrote. Before each night is done, their plan will be unfurled by the dawning of the sun. They'll
I'm
take
just
over the
double
world.
tapping this whole game. I don't care anymore, man.
Dude, I'm crazy.
Just gonna live Moss.
He is
The Road
crazy.
King is king.
Do any of these actually have a better speed?
I don't know, but
Or are we all even?
Ah, come on!
I didn't.
I just watched someone just like
That was me,
disappear.
right?
He bopped right off my big ass.
You know what? This might still have the bug stuff. It might just be only in single player. Because this is in a day and age when they had to worry about trying to keep some kind of frame rate, a decent amount of things in the fog of distance. Oh, this is a lap. Okay. I was like,
Oh.
That's one criticism I'll give of 64 games. Is like, especially like the shooter games, like a lot of the GoldenEye levels and Perfect Dark and stuff. It was so damn dark that you couldn't even see what was going on half the time.
So it wasn't a Perfect Dark.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't perfect.
It was 2.
I had that cartridge. That cartridge still has my save data, but I've been trying to figure out. I was thinking about bringing that on here as our, like, just continue playing GoldenEye and a spiritual sequel.
There you go.
Mission Impossible is another 64 game.
But it seems like either the levels aren't all unlocked or I'm missing something. Or shit, maybe I didn't have enough controllers plugged in. This was the era where they started recognizing if you had controllers plugged in. So it wouldn't give you some of those options if it didn't see a second controller. Man, we're just like dueling here.
That was me.
The Road King is just.
Cruising, man.
And that was the other thing, was the PlayStation 1 had all like the weird textures and they would move while you're moving.
Oh.
Low frame rate. Where N64 had like the smoothed out textures, but they still looked kind of horrible.
Take that back.
The smooth textures of Mario 64.
No.
Theatrics, finally.
I saw you go for the double tap and I thought I'd swipe you, but it just helps you.
It just made me. We haven't caught up to him at all. We keep hitting him.
Yeah, apparently a semi-truck's the fastest vehicle.
That's why they call it the road.
Who knew? God, that reminds me, on my drive here, it's so weird. I was looking over the overpass to the 101 and it's like empty. And at first I'm like, oh, is there construction? Did they close off? And then I see a couple of cars. I'm like, nope, it's just fucking light.
It's just this.
What has been your favorite food to make or purchase while stuck with things closed right now?
Corey's still doing the vegan thing, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we got trick points.
Just a bowl full of hot sauce.
No.
He calls it spicy soup.
I don't know.
Spicy
I
soup.
noticed that was kind of empty when I went to Fry's.
Spicy soup. What have I been eating a lot of?
Is the Coronado open right now?
I don't know. That used to be Corey's
We
life
made-
mix downtown.
We made chili the other night.
That
That
sounds
was
good.
pretty dope.
I've been doing Blue Apron stuff.
Oh yeah, that was a. Or is
So
this
far,
just
so
a-
good,
Is,
other
is
than-
this an ad read right
Is
now?
it-
Or?
The promo code Blue Apron / every show. No, that isn't. I should hit them. I wonder what their rules are. I'm always like afraid that I'm gonna be like, yeah, I got like 204 subscribers. Are you guys okay? Like helping?
Yeah, you don't hit the bats that you don't race. You know what they always say.
and I had the time.
It's
I have noticed that that's been an issue. Like without places to be at by like a certain time,
Yeah.
I am feeling less pressed to do stuff.
I don't know if. Okay. I don't know what just happened there, but I hit the side and then I just ended up at the checkpoint.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I felt like I've been less pressed to do stuff, and this ties to that Blue Apron stuff because I'm like, cool, I'm gonna make lunch while I'm working from home, and then I like put it off, and then it's like 10 o'clock p.m. and I'm like, all right, time to make the food. I'm like, fuck. If I was going to a show or something that I had to be at by like 7 or 8, I would be like, all right, we gotta make this so it's ready, and then we'll have the leftovers for when I get back.
And the thing I like about Blue Apron most is it's fast, affordable, and fun.
Would you say that it's quite delicious? I mean, is it fresh food?
Yeah, you know, it's only the freshest ingredients. I think it's locally sourced, organic,
Oh.
non-GMO, gluten-free,
And it
This sounds like Chipotle.
farm to table,
farm to table.
grass-fed.
Now I'm sick of mine because it seems like it takes days to get the product.
You know, you would think that, but the thing is, it arrives at your doorstep in just minutes. Literally.
I'm going to just snip this out of this, and if I ever get an ad read for it, just be like, it'll be you guys.
But would you say that you're like an expert chef or more like a novice chef?
Did we even finish? Who finished second?
You know, I mean,
Or should I go first?
Who finished second?
I consider myself just an everyday Joe with cooking, but you know what? With Blue Apron, they just make it so easy. It's
Exactly.
crazy.
You know what? And if you've got a significant other in your life, what better date
shit.
night than just staying in and opening up the old Blue Apron box? You know, throw a couple of those bad boys in the oven.
Hey, when in a
Yeah.
pinch.
I just upgraded to power level 2.
When in
You're
a
running
pinch.
our ad
Oh
board.
wait, I got it. Here's the tagline. When in a pinch, make Blue Apron yo bitch.
Did you just say binge? Was Is that to keep this PG
You guys have
rating?
I think you just advanced through it, but you need to hit up on the C buttons to get
You've
power
been
level.
awarded power.
Improve your power level.
Fuck yeah. Max speed, boys. Speed increase.
Press up on the C button.
Yeah, I'm speed boy now.
I think I might be the only one that. We'll find out, I guess.
Night, night.
Also, the memory card works. Cool. So we'll have all our progress for later.
Faster, guys.
Faster than the fact that you're already the fastest.
As I'm in third place. Yeah.
All future Concerts and Consoles episodes are just going to involve these two guys. They're going to be my co-hosts.
I'll just stand in the background and do
Just
ad reads.
stand in the hallway over there.
You're going to be like my announcer, like on Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, you're Richter.
Yes.
And now.
Or like Dickie Barrett.
This one's a little
That's
bit harder.
that's a Mighty Mighty Bosstones reference, and he's boss. What the fuck's going on? All right, there we go. I got stuck doing.
I saw that bush and I thought it was a car.
That's
Yeah.
one genre. I never really got the ska. I didn't skank too much as a
You
kid.
didn't scout
It's
out?
good exercise.
Not much of a skanker.
Actually, I always
Although
like.
skanking looked oddly
A lot of
similar
fun.
to like the two-stepping and stuff that kids
It's
were
kind of the
doing.
Running Man.
Get out of the.
Do you listen to Scott 2 Network?
I do subscribe to that YouTube channel,
pretty good.
and I do watch some of them. Also, to plug actual friends of mine in the Technicolors, or not Technicolors. Fuck, I'm already screwing this up. Technicolors are good though. Holophonics. They actually have their YouTube channel is they do a bunch of ska covers
Cool.
on their YouTube channel. Their albums are all like originals content, but
Yeah.
in their free time they've been recording covers of stuff and putting it out gradually over their YouTube. And nothing wrong with a good ska cover.
Except for the fact that it's ska.
Ooh.
No, I'm just playing.
All right.
Shut
We're not
up.
talking about
New topic.
we're not talking about scooters here.
I don't think I know more than like two ska bands, to be honest.
Is it Real Big Fish and Mighty Mighty Bosstones?
Yeah, let's go with this.
He just learned one. He's now up to 3.
Was Weed a ska?
No.
No, I'm just playing.
They were grouped.
That's true.
That's an interesting band to talk about.
Why?
Because they were
They had that
they were
one
pushed
song.
into pop punk by a major label, and they're not pop punk.
What were they? They did. I definitely.
They're kind of just like an alternative rock band with a unique
is no
kind of sound. But yeah, also
Terrible.
because
suck it.
I'm forgetting the name of their
Oh,
lead.
that's not the finish line.
I'm forgetting the name of their lead singer, but he was talking.
Mr. Weedus?
He was on one of the music podcasts I listened to, and he talked about how they were forced into that.
Are they still a band?
Yep.
Really?
So they're huge in Europe.
Yeah. So.
Just
are
like
we.
every other band.
Well, yeah, that too. But back when
Are you going to Europe anytime soon?
Teenage Dirtbag was popular, they were huge. I would
Okay,
love to
now
go to
we're
Europe.
huge- We're huge there too.
If you want to support me going to Europe, go to patreon.com/everyshow.
First. I was once like you.
If that got
Oh, I didn't even realize that I took it.
actually, that should be like a stretch.
Get out of
goal.
my way.
Are we all just crashed right here?
Yeah. Now I'm
That should be like a stretch goal. I need to redo my Patreon while I'm playing.
What's your perks? What are
Yeah,
people
what's
getting?
level 1?
Level 1 is just $1. If you want to give me $1 a month, that's cool.
What do you get for $1?
He said it. That's cool.
Oh, you're
You
getting
give
that's
my
cool.
gratitude and thank you.
There you go. Hey, thanks, man. All right, $5. Is that
I
the
used
next
to do
one?
a raffle on there until Patreon a year later came and told me that it might be construed as gambling in some states, so I'm not allowed to do it.
Interesting.
I have to evenly give out a reward. I can't just be like, you contributed $5, so you got an entry.
Would you say
might
that people
win.
can get exclusive content if they donate money?
Not yet.
No,
I should.
I was giving
Way
you
to
a given.
go.
Sorry. I just assumed that was a
I
perk.
gotta- What would be good exclusive content? We can brainstorm this. Do we do a post show or a pre-show? We just record it and not stream it, and then I'll put it up on the Patreon. So like the conversation you were mentioning, people are like, what happened while they were setting up? And then they'll be able to watch it.
Not a lot of people probably asking that, but yeah, sure. That's it. I don't know.
It works for some.
I watch these jackasses play the same 5 levels for the last.
For the last-
I really wonder what they were doing the 30 minutes before they played those. Said no one.
What would be good exclusive content then? The lock behind.
I feel like you should make it like there's got to be almost like a wager
Do you
for
do,
it,
like-
right? So with the people you bring in, whoever like loses the most or does something the least.
If you pay $30 a month, you'll get a chance to choose one of my guests.
Yeah, if you make this competitive,
That'd be
and then they
cool.
have to like eat gross shit or something.
Yeah, like you make them butt chug a beer or something.
Just butt checking a beer.
Speaking of Goldfinger. Oh my god, Goldfinger. At least old school Goldfinger was actually that. Darren would have, they bring up a fan and they'd eat a Twinkie out of his ass.
Oh.
Is that actually a thing?
Yes, that is. There was.
I don't think the CDC
That
recommends
doesn't, no, that's not sanitary. It's like that fish from
It used to be.
It
See,
used to be sanitary.
no, it used to be.
There used to be a day when you could stick a Twinkie in your ass and they wouldn't see
And-
Is that what you're gonna tell your kids?
And he's there.
Back in my time, we used to eat Twinkies out of asses.
And it's
now
after
the
he was
government
drumming
telling me what asses I can eat out of.
But it was also after he had drummed a little while during the set.
Oh! Sweat
Sweaty
ass.
Twinkie.
Yeah, no,
Sweat
sweaty
ass.
ass with a
With a
Yeah.
little-
Twinkie.
That was
It's
a
like a
salty
sponge.
twin.
How many people are gag reflexing now? Yeah, Goldfinger was
They're all
notorious.
golden age of entertainment.
Gosh.
Goldfinger was notorious for that. That was like a normal staple forever. And then gradually, John Feldman and all the original members kind of had a
Gradually,
separate.
John Feldman just started recording the biggest albums.
They just all started eating Twinkies.
They
out
kind of
their
had a
asses.
falling out. It sounds like
I want you to
sounds like personalities started to clash a little more.
Hey, less about Goldfinger, more about life and limb. Jeez, that's what the people are here for.
So,
How many Twinkies have you ate out of an ass, Corey?
so when will Mitch be drumming for you?
Never. We just used him in a music video.
Call it Black Thoughts.
Because at that point we
Was he
did
wearing
not
his
have
mask?
a drummer. So I texted him and I was just like, hey, you just want to
Be in it.
just be in it? He's like, yeah, that's fine.
Is he? So is he still
He
recording?
actually
out of his
Mitch had to
studio?
donate that mask because of everything that's going on right now.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that-
that's right.
I think that's a good thing, though, right?
Pretty
He,
sure.
I mean, he
Just got
washed it,
dirty
and then he washed it and then donated,
Bodybuilder
right?
breath on it.
Yeah, so there's just a nurse going around looking like Sub-Zero.
That would be the scariest thing. What if it got so bad that people had to start buying like scorpion costumes from Party City?
Get over here.
I mean, I've seen the meme out there that recommends Party City for your toilet paper needs.
Really? I didn't
We
know
got
they had
streamers.
toilet paper.
Yeah, they come
Well,
in
now that
Look
you
at
left that
what
out
I
to the
do.
world, everybody's gonna be raiding the Party City.
I mean, now that we know they're open, because I didn't even know the
And
hobby
if you go
stores were.
to the Party City, I don't know where Steve
Party
works.
City PV.
Party City PV. Talk to your boy Steve Mandel. He'll hook it up
He'll
with a
hook you up.
discount.
You'll get 5 free balloons.
Can you put your face on those balloons?
He can cough.
You've got a paint job. You can do L and R to change the color. Oh, that's me.
I wonder if I get anything.
Nah.
They're like,
Let's do
we're actually
green.
gonna take your car.
I don't get shit. I got first place, but I don't
Oh
get
no,
it.
you're getting your points now, and it'll tell
They'll
you.
tell you. You have been awarded a paint job.
Hell yeah, the perfect gift for a colorblind guy.
You do appreciate that modern games now have at least started putting in color options.
I didn't get shit, guys.
Did you tell me on my post the other day, or someone told me on my post the other day that they have those color line options in video games? I don't even know what
Yep.
that means. What does that mean? Do
It
they name
changes some of the colors that are displayed.
Oh, so
for-
the colors are different
So you
enough
can
so you
just
can
think-
tell?
yeah, you can-
Okay.
Because there's what is. He got first.
Hell yeah.
Wait, we just got a paint job just to see who was first.
Yep, I don't want to
You
be able to...
gotta, you gotta good, look good on that podium.
Yeah, that's right. For my picture. Everybody's screenshotting this.
Now we can use
I
our
assume that's what
colors.
Twitch people do. They just screenshot stuff and then like print it up and put it on their fridge.
Man, now I've got ideas. I put
There you
glitter
go.
on
There's
it.
your exclusive content. If you donate $5, so
Put
screenshot.
exclusive-
They can screenshot it. They gotta pay $5 to screenshot their phone.
Otherwise, you'll sue them.
I know you took that photo.
I gotta get glitter and Elmer's glue, and then I'll make parts of it sparkly.
Are you ever like driving when you see these like the tunnels and there in the middle of the tunnel there's that pole and you still go straight towards that pole?
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
like, don't hit the pole, don't you just go right towards it.
Yes, it's partially course correction, but overcorrecting. I
Alright,
do.
you worked at GameStop.
Yes, I did.
God, I just.
I can tell you the good things
Just
and
trying
the
to tell
bad things.
funny
Just
there.
trying to
You
have fun,
Come in there with
Joe.
your technical
Jesus.
chemistry.
I can tell you all the horror stories and the good stuff. I don't know how long my NDA actually lasted, but they can't fire me at least.
Your NBA.
NDA,
What's that?
Yeah.
non-disclosure agreement.
Ah.
Like you can't.
All right, you worked it.
You can't talk about GameStop.
So when you're an employee, you sign something that you can't talk about certain things about GameStop.
What things couldn't you talk about?
Well, you can't talk shit about them for one.
Okay.
What kind of shit would you talk?
You can't talk about the used games and how like you guys would purposely scratch them.
Yes, I purposely scratched your games.
Here
You're
you go.
welcome. I thought Redbox did that.
I think they-
No, God, the inner workings of GameStop. It's good. It's better as a part-time associate. Let me tell you.
Do you think gaming is eventually going to go entirely to like just non-physical? Like meaning like kind of like Netflix. Like now you can just like because now you can just
Well, my
buy
Xbox is all downloaded.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's downloaded.
I feel like this situation with the virus is making more people comfortable with downloading.
Yeah.
So I think coming out of it,
So you're saying this was all a thing by big gaming?
I think it's going to be more of a niche thing like vinyl collecting, where the people that buy the physical stuff are going to be more out of collecting it. Oh
Yeah.
fuck! I just did what you said.
I mean,
Me
yeah.
too.
I mean, I still buy like all my games and stuff as oh, damn it, I just did it too.
Where's that that middle column? Let's hit it.
Everybody.
Yeah, I still buy all my games too, and everybody always asks why I don't just get like a modulator or whatever it's called.
The other thing is that digital games go on sale less, so you're more likely to get a game discounted by a Target or a Walmart.
Because they need it out of there.
So sometimes I buy games physically because I just saved $30. It's still $50 on the online store.
Yeah, and I mean it's just cool to like have the game and like open it up and read the booklet and like see the lyrics to the song.
Well, the booklets have gone the way of the dodo. Most of them.
Disc.
Well, most of them are no longer included because of
Choking us?
no.
People are eating booklets.
I mean, man, in this day and age, they wish they had it for
You
at
can
least
wipe
toilet
with
paper. But no, because of environmental stuff, it uses less paper if they don't make the booklets.
Oh, is that the reason, or are they just trying to save a buck, Joe?
They don't want the turtles to die.
I don't care about your non-disclosure agreement, Joe. Tell us the truth.
Give us the facts.
It's been,
1 week since you looked at me.
I think it's been 6 years since I technically was an employee of a GameStop.
It's about time to give you tell-all book.
There's enough stories out there. There are groups of angry former GameStop employees. I've skimmed them and went, holy fuck. Like, I have some stories, but there are some really shitty stories
Oh, yeah?
out there.
What's the worst thing that ever happened to you at GameStop? Like some shit.
Maybe like customer related.
Customer related? Man. I mean, I was gonna say, I'm trying to think what is not a horrible
Yeah.
thing to mention, but one that came to mind was someone who smelled so horribly, and they were trading in a console.
Oh,
So I had to.
What console?
No, I don't remember.
It was the Dreamcast, yeah.
I remember.
This still stinks.
I remember going as far back against the back counter as I could, whenever I could, and only going near the computer when I had to. This person did not wash or whatever. It was bad.
It's a true gamer right there.
God.
I used to, my first job was at Kmart. And it used to be okay to like chase people that were stealing shit, which was like the most fun about Kmart. They'd call it like a Caroline 2000, and I mean all male associates go run after whatever person's stealing shit. So one time we're running after this dude, I don't even know what he stole. And we're like, we're running like across the street, down the road, and this guy starts taking off his shoes and throwing them backwards at us. I come to find out he stole these like Shaq shoes from Kmart.
Wait. Oh my gosh. Wait, does Shaq still make shoes? Like
I don't
Jordan?
know, this is way back in the day. We also had a guy that tried to stab us with a bike spoke.
What the heck just happened? I just went through a wall and appeared on the road.
As it does.
Man, I mean, I got robbed.
You got robbed?
What?
See, that's the story you gotta tell, not some dude that
Come
stinks.
I know. Your first go-to.
I'm experiencing
this
that
guy
right now.
fucking-
Oh. But which one of us? I showered. I
I've
haven't
been
put
in this room
deodorant
without
on.
AC for the last 3 hours.
I haven't put deodorant on for this occasion.
Ooh, fancy, Joe.
I know.
I put Kalagna on.
Our read show Joe says D.O.
I mean,
Quit with the BO. Put on some DO.
Damn.
there was the AJ nip slip occasion at GameStop.
Wait, who's AJ?
Some-
Apache Junction?
3 people from older ladies from AJ.
All at once they had a nip slip? This sounds like a
They
planned
all
nip
walk in
slip.
at the same time.
Oh,
no! On the count of 3,
No.
girls.
No.
Just trying to get a rush.
They were regulars at that store too. Oh god.
How are you a regular? Is that
And-
possible?
Yes, that's possible.
So, you said they're like older ladies?
Actually, I know Saul, who works at Club Red. He would come in regularly to my GameStop that I managed. Ooh, we can get
Oh,
He got the paint job.
boys.
Well, the other thing was
That's got
that when they came in, they reeked of,
White,
kind of smelled like
white stallion.
baby powder and something.
Okay.
And we're like, holy fuck, they like
I wouldn't say
loaded it.
reek for like baby powder. I mean, come on now, Joe.
Well, they loaded it on whatever this was. And then
This is all
when
the way
they
to
left,
lunch.
the smell was still in the store. The next morning when I opened, the smell was still in the store.
Wait, these are the nips that put lemon.
Yeah,
lemons.
where, unfortunately.
They snip in their lemons.
That's what we call it.
I think that's a slang.
But yeah,
term
like
for nip.
they're
They're
the
lemons.
first time I was ever robbed
That was
at a GameStop, I was assistant manager. My manager was on our weekly conference call, and I was with a part-time associate.
Yeah.
And he was running the counter, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put stuff out. And he was excited. He was selling everything that you're supposed to sell as a GameStop employee. You're supposed to get
Like
people,
games.
like reserves and the Game Informer subscription. And this dude was buying a console, and he was getting a controller and like 3 games, like
Just doing it up.
add-ons,
Just
like
crushing.
everything that you like the perfect sale to GameStop corporate.
Perfect sale.
He was the perfect
Everyone dreams about the
customer.
perfect sale. And then it all went south that summer of '89.
So this was when the PS.
Is this the flashback session now?
This was when the PlayStation 3 had the handles on their boxes. too.
Flashback. Joe's got like long hair.
Right on, man. Here's your box. And you said you wanted a Game Informer? Sweet, man.
Oh yeah, he even gave him like fake address and stuff.
Just finger gunning it.
So yeah, this dude, he grabs the PlayStation 3 and the games and the controller, and then he turns and he's like, "Do you dare follow me? I have some serious motherfuckers with me." And threatened that he had a gun, but we never saw it.
This is to you?
And me and my associate, like he turned to me,
Yeah.
and I was looking. I was like, "What?"
And you're like, nah, I'm on my break, bro.
You're like, what?
Well, and so then he ran out the door with this shit, and then first off, I'm like, "Wait, did we get robbed? Fuck, I gotta stop telling stories. I just run into shit."
Yeah, no, keep telling your story.
Keep going.
But so then this dude who's putting his daughter into her like baby seat.
The dude that robbed you?
No.
Outside?
Oh.
No, the dude in the minivan parked right in front of the store.
Okay.
Yeah.
He sees the dude run by and he's like, "Did you just get robbed?" And he just like flashes his piece and you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And then I was
The
like,
guy with the game console or the dad?
the dad,
What did y'all steal?
a PS3, 3 games, and I think a controller. I don't think he grabbed the Game Informer.
Could have been the perfect sale.
Right. But yeah, so then the weirdest thing was like I didn't get freaked out by it.
Your
I was
boss gives you a coaching opportunity. Yo, that dude that stole something, you really could have given that Game Informer subscription.
I was like super calm. I was like, "Did we just get robbed?" And then they're like, "Yeah." "Why the fuck are you cool as a cucumber?" I'm like, "I have no fucking clue.
Ain't my shit.
I think I'm just processing everything that I just like observed."
It's like, I'm glad, it's like your manager. I'm glad you're okay.
Oh yeah. and So we
But-
called the cops and we gave them the address information he gave us for the Game Informer. Like he gave us fake info, of course.
Yeah.
But he actually spent the entire time to give him my associate all this information.
I'm gonna get you, boy.
The other fun robbery story was the first month I was a GameStop manager.
Yeah.
And this story I brought up because recently because it was relative to GameStop being douches,
Okay.
and
I
because
think you're gonna lose all your
Uh-oh.
your fan base there.
being an essential business and making certain people work when they probably shouldn't be.
Yeah, they should probably be staying home, not playing video games.
So this story is a story I've told to someone recently because it reminded me of it. So I had a break-in. Someone actually first tried to move the air conditioning unit, which by the way is heavy as fuck, but they moved it like 2 inches off. And so I should actually go into the other part of the story though. So they end up breaking into the fire access.
Tarantino?
Like from the roof?
They broke into the fire access room.
Oh, okay.
Then they came in through my ceiling, but into my back room, which there is a bar on every door of that room. So you watch him kind of Spider-Man his way down the wall.
Oh, it's all on camera?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then you see when he hears the alarm go off.
Yeah.
He grabs 2 PS3s, which, by the way, this is why it's a horrible idea to have handles on any product. And then he tries to run out the back door, bounces off of it. Then he sets one down, starts climbing up, trying to hold it, and he gets near the top and drops the other one.
Damn.
And then he just gets the fuck out of there. So, the next day, well, first off, I had to get there at like 2 or 3 in the morning to respond to security and the cops. But then the next day, we don't have AC because the dude fucking moved the AC off like 2 inches. And GameStop and my district manager are like, nope, you gotta be open. So I spent like half asleep, 4 hours of sleep probably, in my store the entire day, mid-July.
Oh.
Like, doors open do not do shit for no AC.
Right.
I know, I've been to the real trunk space.
That too. That is definitely the best comparison. But you don't have to be at the trunk space. My district manager is like, no, you need to still be open.
Ugh.
And so I passed out within half an hour getting home. Like, heat took its toll on me. And then I still had to get back at 5 in the morning for a crane to move the AC back to where it should be. But yeah, so if you want to talk about them not giving a shit over their own profits, that would be a good example. That even without an air conditioning, I was expected to be open my normal hours.
People need their games, man.
They can pick them up the next day.
It's essential.
People also need air conditioning in Phoenix in July.
Cost you the lead, though.
Yeah. I don't care. Looking cool is all that matters now.
But yeah, so actually I got broken into again at that
Jesus.
location. I got lucky. No one ever actually stole shit. Like I said, the dude dropped the last PS3 he was holding from the fucking ceiling. Also, if Mesa Code did not require a drinking fountain in our back room, that dude would not have the stepping stool to get back out.
Can you think of how many people that drinking fountain quenched?
Yes, I can. It also helped me when I ate wasabi for the first time. I had no idea what wasabi was when I was working at that GameStop.
Dude,
someone offered to give me $5 if I ate it. I'm like, cool. And holy fuck, I still made $5, but holy fuck.
I was in like junior high, and I went to a friend's house, and they had a big old mound of guacamole, so I loaded that sucker up with a chip, and found out what wasabi was.
I'm not a huge fan of horseradish in general, but man, wasabi.
I love it.
I love spicy food, but wasabi tastes like gasoline.
It doesn't have a flavor that I like. Let's go that way. I don't want to talk shit about something.
Oh, you want to talk shit about game stuff, but not about
Breaking
big wasabi?
I know, right?
Well, no, like
Is that where you draw your line?
Well, like, because some like the wing sauce and stuff are super spicy, but they have good taste to them until you don't feel anything about burning.
Yeah, you don't hear about wasabi.
But like wasabi, the taste to me is like,
about
ugh.
spicy soup.
Have you like now being vegan so long and like sauces are kind of essential? Like what's a good like hot sauce or barbecue sauce? Because I know those are your.
Is it Arby's sauce? It's got
that,
Arby's
like,
sauce.
that people wouldn't.
That people wouldn't know?
Yeah, like, do you ever just buy like random ones just to try something different?
No, I'm
Or
pretty.
you just stick to the
Frank's Red Hot.
I just stick to what's
Okay. Yeah, Frank's is like
is usually the
Red Devil or something.
Yeah, Red Devil. I
Well,
forget the
that's boring.
brand.
Well,
of-
let's cut that out, producer.
I know.
Thought we're going down a good path here.
I'm not a barbecue a sewer.
You can barbecue peppers and squash.
I'm
It-
flammable. Can you barbecue me?
And cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
Actually, that's what the one thing I've seen as the replacement for chicken wings is like cauliflower
Yeah,
wings.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Use the same sauce.
Boom, boom. I made BLTs today.
What is that?
Fake
Wait, what is?
Fake-
Oh, okay.
Tempeh, it was,
I was like, what's the
tempeh.
B in that?
It was tempeh. It was so good.
Bummer.
Buttons. Wait, that's not edible. What's another B fruit or B vegetable?
B?
Broccoli.
Broccoli
Your
or
broccoli, lettuce, and tomato.
My broccoli, lettuce, and tomato. That is the saddest.
You can put beets on there, sliced beets.
Ew. That's gross.
Sliced beets.
Don't you ever get tired of losing on your own show, Joe?
I have not always been losing. We're gonna go easy, and then I guess.
Oh yeah, we go easy. Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind
We're
of
working our way backwards, and then I'm guessing
guess we'll
this
do
will
this
probably
for-
be our last set of races.
Okay,
We have played these courses at least. With this will be 3 times on each course, right?
We played them so much, you would assume that we would know the layout of the course, but.
Gotta know where the German flags are and the French flags
Woo! Oh, okay, little boy. Oh, okay, both of you.
are. So much better than the moon.
Here comes White Stallion. So that's what I've. Oh, right.
Not,
Oh,
not
Don't
white.
worry about that.
Not Wild Stallion.
Just a little bit.
Are you guys looking forward to the new Bill and Ted?
Yeah, I'm going to see it, but I haven't gone in with really
It
little hopes.
depends on how well written it is.
Did I?
What's the last show you went to, Joe?
It was Yucca. It was
The Excel Grizzly show?
no. It was a show after that.
Oh,
Bertha Monsters and some Jaywalkers and a band from LA that I don't remember right now. Like there was actually a touring band that they were just happy to get on a show on their way back because everyone that was on the road or trying to go home was trying to make money if they could and get home with everything being canceled. So.
Ooh.
And it was supposed. Actually, I was already planning to be at that night. The original headliner was on holiday, and I know their drummer from a ska band from Oklahoma called The Big News. He started a pop punk band and was touring. This was their first tour too, and it got disrupted by the virus. So. But they were.
Ooh, White Stallion.
They were hearing reports of Texas fucking voting on possibly closing their borders, and they're like,
Get the hell out of here.
like they actually expected Oklahoma to follow suit of their big brother.
Okay, White Stallion.
So they're like, they called it in San Diego, and like, we're just gonna go straight home and make sure we can get home. So I was gonna be at that show regardless, but it kind of became a locals punk show with a kind of a what were they? Metal or alternative band out of LA. They were actually pretty good. I just was when they said they're from LA, I was like, oh shit! I thought everyone that was touring had stopped. And that's the other thing. I know at least 2 bands that tour, like they live on the. Actually, I know 3. Let me correct that.
Oh, you
One,
mother.
like Snail Mate. Snail Mate pretty much lives on the road, or at least they are on the road a lot.
They've been around for a long time. Right?
Yep. Bentley left Sister Lip and joined and formed Snail Mate. God, has it been 5 years now? 4 years? Or 6 years? I was going down. I meant up. 6 years, I think, that they started. I also, fun fact, learned that Kalen's fine with the term. Bentley doesn't like the band being called nerdcore. But I'm like, you guys are fucking nerdcore. You're in that. That is the same sound of that genre. Those are the fans you share, and the things you rap about. But yeah, they're
That damn sign.
they're at least
That's,
locals that I know that are like they've lived on the road. Like the moment that band started, they basically always
work
seemed like
at
they were
the,
out of town.
Blues bar, right?
Rhythm Room.
Rhythm Room, there you go.
And then I know Some Kind of Nightmare. They really do just live on the road.
The Miss Hopkins cover band.
No. What?
Is
Did you say Metallica?
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that a Metallica song? Some Kind of Nightmare? Some Kind of Nightmare.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know, I'm just...
I think you could say anything in that voice and it's Metallica.
Metalachi. And then, what's the other? Boss Daughters one out of Reno that I know.
I'm a boss daughter.
Like I know a couple people that like they live on the road and they're kind of just like
The sign.
staying put in the town. Well, 2 of them made it home. One of them's kind
Oh,
of
God.
staying put in the town they were in
It suck.
when the stuff hit the fan.
Yeah.
But like they live on the road, they don't really have a home, so they're kind of like stuck right now with the situation. They're actually probably one of the bands that you'll see immediately the moment a venue is like, we're ready to play again.
Yeah.
They'll be like there at night 1. It's just really unfortunate. And you're probably in my camp. You had to watch a bunch of friends be like, "Fuck, I just lost my job," or "Fuck."
Yeah, no, it's definitely seen a lot of people, especially when it comes to like people that are doing bartending and restaurants
Yeah.
And I mentioned it on my Aquabet dressed up video.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Remember Shoujo says Nako. But there is still a Google Doc out there that a bunch of bartenders put their like
First
Venmos
ones
and
up
stuff.
there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
But there's so many people, and I don't. If I had like Bloomberg like money, I'd help everyone.
Right.
And
Yeah, no, there's been some cool stuff. I mean, Rebel Down's got those T-shirts now, where you can buy
Yep.
a T-shirt for $20 and it goes to them, or for $100 you can put whatever you want on their billboard.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dude.
You get like a mug, T-shirt. You get 4 concert tickets, I think, and put whatever you want on a billboard.
Sounds
One
awesome.
really cool one that I saw. So, have you ever been to the Film Bar?
Yes, they were doing like.
It was like $120, and you get movies for life. 1 movie a day until.
And that was more what to pay the bills or help the
The
employees,
rent
right?
and stuff, I think,
Or
yeah.
was that just covering?
I think it's just to keep it open during these times. But like for $120, if like say it stays open for another couple of years or 5 years, 10 years, but you can go to movies whenever you're bored. And
Maybe
Bar's
like
And
good.
Film Bar has some awesome.
Yeah.
That's where I saw. Where I saw.
Right,
That's
Scott.
pretty skank.
That's
Let's
where I
go.
saw Turn It Around, pick it up, Turn Around the East Bay Punk Story documentary.
That's where I saw the Satanic, what is it? Satanic Temple movie. I'm trying to think what it is. Stu's
Oh,
movie.
Stu?
Yeah.
And I saw Pick It Up, ska in the 90s there too.
That's where I saw Bring It On too.
Bring It On 2.
I saw VHS.
What about Bring It On 3? Is there a 3?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
You saw VHS there? VHS
The
is
second
good.
one,
So do you think Alamo Drafthouse is taking a little bit away from them? Because Alamo now does some of the like old school movies too.
Yeah. I don't know, but
yeah. I mean, I would maybe from the east side, but
yeah, the cool thing about Alamo too is they do those theme nights. They did like a Goonies theme night and like an Office Space one where people got to crush a, what's it called, French or whatever.
yeah. See, got 2 fans.
That and the food. That was when Alamo Drafthouse opened up. It reminded me that. Oh fuck! I lost it at the end. Fuck. It reminded me that I can't eat popcorn and drink. I will guarantee throw up later.
Really?
That's
But
the
I-
second time you talk about throwing up, Joe.
Your stomach checked, man. I don't want to
It used
diagnose you right
it
now,
used to
but
be stronger.
if you have indeed that, you're probably dying.
But man, like the first day that Alamo was open, I went and watched the movie, and I gorged. Like I got burger, the endless popcorn. I'm like, fuck, they have beer. I've got beer. I got one of their beer shakes. Like,
Damn.
Well, beer shake, that's probably why you threw up.
A beer shake? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think
Milk
it should be
and
mixing
beer.
milk and beer. That's definitely
Beer
why you
milk.
threw up. It wasn't. Was it because you ate some popcorn and had a beer, Joe?
Call that myrrh.
Makes me think of like I feel like when I was 21 or something, I'd occasionally get like a White Russian, and it's just a horrible idea. Like vodka and milk or whatever it is.
it doesn't even taste that good.
It's just
Or Irish car bombs.
Irish car bombs are good.
Yeah, they're actually not too bad. I've had one of those more recently.
Kahlua, was it Guinness, Kahlua, and I'm missing something. Irish whiskey.
Yeah, probably Bushmills or something.
I actually thought about that. So the Monday before St. Patty's Day, I was like, what if I just had all the ingredients for an Irish car bomb? And then I saw the size of everything that I could purchase as a total wine. I was like, I do not want to drink that much.
Dude, before it got, well, actually, this is probably about a week ago
Damn it.
or so. I actually went to like 3 stores to buy my mom some stuff, right? And my mom, she lives in like a kind of like a independent living home, so it's like mainly all 80 plus people and stuff like that. And so I offered to buy them stuff because I knew it was gonna be crazy at the stores, and she needed laundry detergent. So I'm going to each store to find laundry detergent. I can't find any. I finally get to one store that does have like only one type of laundry detergent left. All the other stuff is completely empty. But this detergent costs like $14. So I'm like, oh, no one's probably buying it because it's expensive. So I buy 2 of them, which is the limit. I get home and I find out what fabric softener is, which apparently fabric softener is not at all like
Dude,
laundry
it's like
detergent.
conditioner for your
No,
clothes.
it's not.
So now I've got like $30 worth of fabric softener that I didn't even know was a thing.
Wait, liquid fabric stuff?
Yeah.
Dude, I put that on my pants,
Yeah.
and my pants feel like, they don't feel like jeans anymore. It sucks.
Like wearing toilet paper.
You saw that, was it Levi or someone, one of the companies was saying that jeans are actually made to not be washed
To not
regularly.
wash, yeah.
Yeah, the owner of Levi or something.
like washing them more actually is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, like if you don't like, I don't know, you play a week of shows and you don't wash your jeans.
It's gonna
Nothing
smell
feels better.
Come on, boy.
like that dude at
Come on,
GameStop.
boy.
Good time back there.
Though you remind me that there's now a group of what do you need? Like, despite some people being meaner than they need to be right now at times, there are a lot of
This
people
is a
coming
close
together
one
and
right
helping
here,
people,
boys.
Yeah.
This is a close
which I am applauding.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think stores have, now that they're limiting stuff, it's
That
gotten a
too.
little bit better.
Yeah.
Because literally, the first time that I went, like during the middle of, or during when all this was started, they didn't even have handles at Jack. I'm like, holy shit, man.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
When I went to Total
People
Wine, like,
panic buying my booze.
And they only had fucking melon flavored Trulies, or grapefruit flavored Trulies.
Oh my God.
Tropical mix.
Yeah. Who the hell drinks that garbage?
Dude, the tropical mix.
Apparently
Trulies
no
are the
one
best
until now.
ones, man. That's my go-to.
Oh,
Tropical
check
Trulies.
Oh, we celebrate too early.
What was I gonna say? Dude, today I went to Sprouts and I got yelled at by the cashier because I was putting stuff on the conveyor belt.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
not 6 feet away from the lady in front of me.
Oh.
Which then the lady behind me proceeds to put her stuff on the conveyor belt. She didn't get yelled at
wait, so they're asking you to do the social distancing?
at the grocery store.
Yeah, the grocery stores have the spit guards now. Some of them do, anyways.
Oh yeah, like in front of the cashiers.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a grocery store in like 4 days.
Well, that is.
Why is that, Joe?
3 days? Because they also close at 9 now.
Oh,
I was like,
thought he was gonna go through a Blue Apron.
Yeah, right. That was really a setup.
Because
joke.
I'm subscribed to Blue Apron.
I
Avoid the
don't
lines.
I don't even need to leave my house.
I mean, if you like junk food, you can easily find Doritos and shit. I've noticed that. You can at least snack well in these times.
Oh, totally.
I'm a Blue Apron. You can snack well and right.
It is healthier too than anything. I would
Is it
probably buy.
really?
Well, you can. It can't be. Depends what you set it to. I've set it to be healthier stuff. You can also set it to things that you don't like or don't want in, so you can do all vegetarian
I don't like
options.
mushrooms. I actually love mushrooms.
Actually, I got it. One of the recipes for this next week has an egg in it. I was looking at it like, I found a way to get an egg without having to go to a grocery store.
One egg.
I'm also gonna, I guess, to Trevor's credit, I bought oat milk for the first time because of all this.
Oh, it just.
There you go.
So, but I haven't tried it yet. I don't know what
It's the only milk left.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it. I'll spend the $4 or $4.50 and buy a half gallon of it and see what it's like. I haven't tried
If
it
you want
yet.
to take your screenshot now, guys,
Take that.
can you
bad
make
boy.
that the cover of the YouTube video?
Put that as your banner.
I usually have a thing I fill in and create for it. But.
Yeah, that's probably dumb. Let's do this.
All right. Well, man, it has been like 2 hours. Holy fuck.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Racing the same three.
shit.
Regardless, if they want to find you on the internet, where can they find you guys right now?
Plug your life, plug your limb. What are you guys on
Did we
social
get one of
media?
these last
Oh.
time?
Is it an N? Is it a A-N-D?
We
Is it
are
an ampersand?
life and limb
But
AZ.
We're cruising now.
Oh, look at this.
We didn't get this last time. We should have done easy.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
there you go.
We might have unlocked something. I'm
All right.
curious. And of course, American Standards,
Heck yeah.
Everything / American Standards, pretty much.
Twitter, Twitch, TikTok.
You know, I think we do have all those, but I don't know if we have a TikTok. Surprisingly, we have pretty much everything else.
What
And-
if our music's on TikTok? That'd be crazy.
Do you want them to follow you?
People doing those dances. and
They're all
shit,
doing. It's not all right. It's not okay.
Do you want to pimp your like personal Instagrams or Twitters? Do you want them to keep up with you personally?
I don't even know.
Is it set to private? You're like
Corey Skowronski.
Mine actually is on
SKWR1SK.
Brandon
Hi.
Kellum.
I think I'm.
All right, so just follow the Vans at least. Find out when their next show is, when their next stream is. You guys plan to do a stream?
No.
Buy our merch. We got some sweet new merch.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put some new merch here pretty soon.
Yeah.
We took a design that I found in my inbox from like 2011.
Yeah.
I mean, finally turned it into a shirt.
9 years later, virus pops up, epidemic.
This seems like
Finally, let's go
It's
digging in my
actually-
email.
It's because Dipper from Skowronski made these T-shirts as a joke, which I didn't think was a real thing until people started like tagging me, like showing me.
Well, because he photoshopped so much shit that it could have just been a photoshopped image.
Yeah, so I thought it was fake, but then the site that he went through to make these, it's like a print-on-demand site, but most print-on-demand. No, it's called Teespring.
Oh,
Most
okay.
print-on-demand sites are like pretty expensive. Like it makes you charge like $20-25 for a T-shirt.
Yeah, so I know. I've been looking at them as a possible solution for distributing outside of the state of my own shirts.
There you go. So this company, the cheapest you could, if you do a shirt for like $13 or $14, you don't make any profit, but it's still only $13. Like I'm like, all right, we'll just put designs that we haven't done in the past on there. We don't need to make a profit from it because we don't make a profit from anything.
Yeah.
So that's where we're making it.
That's
why
where
I
every
got
show
this
joke
t-shirt.
can also relate.
So if you go to teespring.com/everyshowjoke.
I don't have that. I have a printful that's not turned on at the moment. I have been thinking about it, so it exists. It's more of a matter of flipping a switch, and a certain owner of 80/20 Records is also kind of. I think he's actually expecting to see it, and I haven't turned it on. I've been trying to still keep local. I want to support my local
I
friends.
thought they were going through. I thought 80/20 was going through Arena. You might search that.
They might be doing more, but I know they have a printful because it also helps them with like Europe and stuff. Printful has places they can print in Europe and ship locally.
That new Beargo song was pretty sick. Love Beargo.
That's Maddox.
Yeah. They're probably one of my favorite Arizona bands. And he's also got on their Megaran, which is pretty sick.
Megaran is amazing, and he's been streaming. He streams regularly already, but he's streaming more regularly.
He's like rap, hip hop, but he takes like old 8-bit songs from video games and turns them into rap.
He has a Final Fantasy VII album, which it will be kind of in the again, with the remake coming out in 2 weeks. Which I thought I was gonna pass on because I don't have enough time already to do everything I want. Now I'm like, man, I have all the time ever. I guess I might buy a digital copy of Final Fantasy VII remake. Why not?
Cool.
Let's go back to the title music. All right. But yeah, so let's see what else. For now, I don't actually know who's our next guest. I was actually planning to be in Denver for 2 shows for a friend's birthday that are also not happening. So I didn't book anyone for next week. And the guest I have after that has a weaker immune system, and I'm not going to ask that they come on here, at least not as current.
You just didn't care about us, apparently, Joe.
We're strong like bull.
The doors are locked. We can't get out. We're quarantined.
Yes.
I guess we'll see you next week.
I feel the worst for him. He's had to listen to this for 2 hours. He's actually looking at it. Like I would have thought you would have just had like Facebook
Quit
or something
crying.
up.
It's okay.
I haven't seen this man look at his phone once in the last 2 hours.
It's the job.
He's at least entertained. So, but yeah.
Is he?
Whether
Am I though?
no, he does occasionally laugh. I've seen it. But yeah, so I don't have anyone booked right now. So if you're comfortable coming in physically, we can work with you. If not, I can capture a remote, and we can coordinate. I have ideas. I think I was telling them that was before the show. Of ideas I have, even
content you did. There'd be ideas.
even a band kind of helping direct my decisions in a game, like Until Dawn. So I have ideas. We can do remote possibly if you guys are interested.
In Italy.
Those are good times.
Yes.
Good times in Italy.
Just like this show. Thank you, SCR, as always, being our gracious host. And yeah, hit them up if you're looking for anywhere to practice, perform, or stream a show.
I will say, I told them before you guys got here, SCR, when it comes to like rehearsal studios, I think is one of the nicest ones.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like the equipment's great, the rooms are awesome, like it sounds great. I think they record sessions and stuff too.
Yes, they do.
I think they do video stuff too. I think they normally give you pizza like mid-set.
Wait, what?
They do these massages in the back room. It's kind of
I feel
weird.
like we've gotten off the rails.
I've seen it.
$2 extra.
I've seen it.
The premium one. They even wear gloves for
Shit,
it.
doing these hard times, man.
Oh,
We gotta
yeah.
do what we gotta do.
So yeah,
That's a special package.
not sure when the next episode is. If I'll do some stuff just on my own while we're doing our self-quarantine.
Every show Joe goes solo.
But keep an eye on my social media. Every show Joe on
Solo
Facebook,
Joe.
Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok. I even have a Snapchat that I don't use.
Nice.
But I
They
have
should
the
definitely
name.
follow that.
Yeah, they should.
Keep an eye on there. Hopefully, I'll start getting out of my weird being home too much funk and start working on my backlog of photos. There's some awesome stuff to get out there for you guys. But yeah, just keep an eye on social media until all this stuff passes, and be safe. Do whatever you need to be safe. And as Frank Turner always says, just be kind. Fucking be kind. That's all. So until the next episode, take care. And thank you guys.
Be excellent.